Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Empower. Katie got a VIP box for the postseason. She worked with Empower to help her get good at money so she can be a little bad. She planned well and was able to bring the whole family.
Who wants homemade egg salad sandwiches?
Even Beth.
Horseradish? Anyone? How about some tuna on rye?
Aw, strike three, Beth. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Every mile matters, whether you're driving your dream car or your daily commuter. The Mobil 1 team knows that. It's why we created Mobil 1 Advanced Clean Motor Oil. It cleans your engine in one oil change and helps extend engine life, delivering performance, protection, and cleanliness for vehicles of all ages. All to help keep your engine running like new, whatever you're driving. Visit mobil1.com/advancedclean to learn more.
Premier hosts on Vrbo deliver quality vacation rental stays with fast responses and clear instructions, so you don't have to worry about surprises.
I asked our host a question about the house last night, and he got back to me super quick.
See, that's a Premier host move right there.
I wish I had a Premier group chat. I asked them where we should have dinner last night, and they left me on red. I know you saw it. It says it.
Classic group chat move. Don't walk into a surprise. Book a top-rated Vrbo stay with a Premier host. If you know, you Vrbo.
What makes a vacation rental of the year? Stays guests love and hosts with the most. Discover top quality homes like the vacation rentals of the year using the Loved by Guests filter. It highlights top-rated vacation rentals with near perfect ratings for cleanliness, location, and all the good stuff. So no more walking into a surprise. We've done the heavy lifting so you can get straight to relaxation. Book your next stay with Vrbo now.
Whether it's a birthday trip, a family reunion, or just a fun getaway, booking a Vrbo vacation rental means no worrying about surprises. Vrbo Care and 24/7 live support have your back if something's off. The Loved by Guests filter helps you find top-rated homes, and verified reviews mean real feedback from real Vrbo guests. So you know exactly what you're booking.
Honestly, I just booked my Vrbo because there was a sweet wine fridge.
Hey, we all have our reasons. Don't walk into a surprise. If you know, you Vrbo. Terms apply. See vrbo.com/trust for details.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest-growing audio app, powered by Sportsbook Rhode Island. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you expect on all your apps and connect deeply with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, your bets can go even further with live and parlay profit boosts. Get in on the action today. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees. We provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll
be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins
can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the
extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
As a parent, I want what's best for my kid. For her, that meant finding a charter public school that truly fit her needs. Specialized programming, more support, somewhere she feels safe. But too many families are still waiting for that opportunity. Politicians on Smith Hill want us to wait longer. Don't limit access to charter public schools. Tell Governor McKee and the General Assembly that you oppose the permanent charter ban. Parents, not politicians, should get to decide the right school for their child.
Paid for by Stop the Wait Rhode Island. or prevent any disease or condition.
Broadcasting from the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Friday night to you. All across America on your favorite radio station. Hello to all of our affiliates. We are very appreciative of you. Also, if you're listening on XM Channel 375, the Westwood One Sports app, you can tell your smart speaker, hey, Alexa, play Westwood One Sports. I'm Mike Wickett. Follow me, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, at Mike Wickett. If you do follow on Instagram and Facebook, it's mostly stuff of me and my family, not super exciting. If you follow on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, I should say, then that's usually where the sports stuff comes in. But follow it all, Mike Wickett, at Mike Wickett. 2 T's. Appreciate it. Coming up an hour from now, we will go to Milwaukee, and we will talk with Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, biggest Bucks fan that I know, does afternoons on 1250 The Fan in the Brew City, and we'll find out the latest on this Bucks-Giannis trade situation. That's coming up an hour from now, as we're all waiting to see what's going to happen. We have no idea what is going to happen with Giannis, although right now it feels like the Miami Heat are the favorite, right there with the Boston Celtics. But there's always that mystery team that can pop up. So we'll do that coming up in an hour. We'll get your pulse. We'll take your pulse, all right? Your soccer pulse. Got a lot of calls on this earlier. We'll bring it back in a bit about what Team USA is doing for you. But the biggest story of the college football offseason is also one of the biggest stories of the NFL offseason, more so for college for obvious reasons, and that is Brendan Sorsby, the Texas Tech quarterback, entering the NFL draft, the supplemental draft coming up next month. Sorsby, of course, as you know, bet on his own team when he was a backup at Indiana, went to Cincinnati, had a lot of success. There's a lot of question out there about what exactly Cincinnati knew. What exactly Cincinnati knew? Do they know about his gambling? I mean, there's been reports of Sorsby betting balls and strikes at Cincinnati Reds games, like on his app. I didn't even know you could bet balls and strikes, but apparently you can. 6,000 bets, some made on his own team. That is the absolute no-no in professional sports. Had he gone pro, some people believe if he didn't take the NIL money, he was the number one transfer in the portal, got $5 million to go to Texas Tech. Some believe that Sorsby would have been the second quarterback off the board behind Fernando Mendoza. 6'3", 228, rocket arm, very mobile, accuracy about 62%. The typical, he's got some incredible tools, but he's also a guy that's got a lot to work on. And so would he have gone ahead of Ty Simpson? Did he have more of a body of work than Ty Simpson? Would he have been the third quarterback ahead of the kid that Arizona drafted out of Miami and Georgia? Would he have gone ahead of Nussmeier? Would he have gone ahead of Drew Aller? But I tend to believe he would have been the second quarterback drafted in the NFL draft this year. And next year, the projection before all of this broke about 6 weeks ago, and I remember we were talking about it as the story was breaking here on the air on Westwood One Sports. I remember thinking, could this kid go in the supplemental draft? And the way the supplemental draft works, if you don't know, it's like a blind bid. They order the teams from worst to best. So the Seahawks would have the worst odds. And you put in whatever pick you want to put in. Highest pick gets him. First round, second round, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, whatever. But you lose that pick in 2027. So if you're a team that believes Brendan Sorsby is a first-round talent next year, and you might be willing to spend first-round draft capital on him next year, would you go ahead and do it now? Would you do it at this point and get your rebuild or whatever out of the way? ESPN's Pete Thamel.
Well, Christine, the first necessary step for him to go to the supplemental draft just happened in the last few hours. He needed to withdraw his lawsuit that gave him the injunction that gave him eligibility in a local court in Texas. That will essentially render him, again, ineligible because of his sports gambling by the NCAA. After that, in the next 24 hours, his agent Ron Slavin told me today that he is going to apply for the supplemental draft. The NFL would obviously have to accept Brendan Sorsby and then decide to hold the supplemental draft, which would be in late July. Tentatively scheduled between now and then is a pro day, which is going to happen at South Lake High School on the outskirts of Dallas in Texas. It's going to happen at Carroll High School, South Carroll. The Dragons are a powerhouse there. So Sorsby will invite all the NFL teams in to watch him throw in a pro day, and then they will make a decision on whether or not they want to select him.
Interesting. Got to withdraw. He withdrew from the NCAA, apply for the draft. The draft is in late July, and then have his pro day. The NFL Network's Lance Zierlein, one of the friends of our show here on Westwood One Sports, says the teams are excited about the ability of Sorsby, but that gambling thing, man.
I speak to some GMs on a semi-regular basis around, draft time, and I reached out to them to get a feel for this about 3 weeks ago. And I'll be honest, the gambling thing I think it's a way bigger thing to NFL teams and decision makers and evaluators than maybe just to some fans and media members who probably think, okay, made a mistake, it'll go away. He went to his treatment, he'll be fine. I think people who get fired for decision making on the next level and whose jobs depend on it, they take this stuff, I think, way more seriously, and it's a much bigger concern.
It's a big concern. It really is. I mean, you don't just quit doing something you've done 6,000 times in 4 years. That's a little ridiculous to think that all of a sudden, with this 28-day counseling program or whatever he went through at Texas Tech, that all of a sudden Brendan Sorsby is going to stop gambling. I will say, if Sorsby gets to the NFL, I have a lot more faith that professional help at the NFL level, men in the locker room, general managers, a team owner, adults in the room, as opposed to what he had with people coddling him at Texas Tech. I mean, I feel like Texas Tech could not have handled this worse. But it felt to me that they were coddling him. That they were doing everything. Oh, it's okay. Just, pat him on the head. Get your nice little counseling. Show people that you're really doing it. Hey, look, he got counseling. He's good. He's fine. I never truly believed that anything that Texas Tech was doing was for his benefit. And then every time somebody at Texas Tech spoke, they said the wrong thing. But I think if you get Sorsby into an NFL locker room with men, not boys, with men in that locker room, that game is their livelihood. That team is their livelihood. The success on the field is that livelihood. Maybe some veterans who have screwed up in the past with fill in the blank, drugs, gambling, booze, whatever it is, women. Those guys can talk some sense to him. Not the coach, not McGuire down there in Lubbock. Not the, school-approved counselor. But get him some NFL help. I think that's truly what Sorsby needs. He needs to get out of the college world where it's a game. He needs to get to the professional world and have somebody knock the sense into him. Because I don't think he was ever getting that at Texas Tech. I think when you're the big man on campus, everybody's trying to do stuff and they don't want to make you too upset. They don't want to upset the quarterback. You don't want to upset Brendan Sorsby. Mike Tannenbaum from ESPN, check that. We'll get to his comment in a moment. Ian Rappaport from the NFL Network said that Sorsby could be a first-round pick. Somebody could use a 1 on Sorsby in next month's supplemental draft.
Talked to 7 general managers today in the NFL, most who did not need a quarterback, just so you hope to get the honest viewpoint. Everyone viewed him as a first-round talent. That was universal. Most believed that he would end up going in the 2nd or 3rd round, mostly because, let's say you want a first-round quarterback. I mean, you'd have to give up a pick in next year's draft, not knowing who you may or may not have been able to take. It's a high risk. It's a high price. Not sure that's going to happen. A second-rounder, though.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it.
Today, feel comfortable about tomorrow. The Sox are back at 500 on the road. They're 18-18 away from Fenway Park, and they continue to hit much better away from Fenway as well. They're averaging 4.5 runs per game on the road compared to an MLB worst 3.41 runs per game at home. And what can help this team on any given night is scoring first. The Sox are 21-11 when scoring first, as was the case last night, and it was thanks to the hottest batter in the Red Sox Sox lineup. In the second inning, Caleb Durbin provided us with the play of last night's game, brought to you by Nissan. Hurry in and bring home a winning deal at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Now is the time to get behind the wheel of the Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Here's Durbin, who tied the game yesterday at Fenway. Here he drives one high into left field. Way back on it goes Robles. At the track, at the wall, he leaps. He cannot get it. It is gone. Caleb Durbin says adios in Seattle, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
So a solo shot for Durbin put the Red Sox ahead 1-0. He's now homered in consecutive games, and the left side of the infield was swinging it last night. Durbin had 3 hits. He also scored 3 times. And Marcelo Meyer, who was originally scratched before being reinserted into the lineup when Isaiah Kiner-Falefa was scratched, had 2 hits and 3 RBIs last night. And Ranger Suarez was excellent, allowing just 1 hit over 6 2/3 shutout innings. He carried a no-hit bid into the 7th when he gave up a 1-out double to Josh Naylor, but he picks up his 3rd victory of the season, and the Red Sox snap a 4-game slide with a 6-2 win. So one Red Sox lefty was excellent, and the Sox are rolling out 2 more in this series. And tonight's pitching matchup is brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. And it's Connolly Early getting the start for the Red Sox against M's righty Emerson Hancock. Early 5-5 with a 3.81 ERA on the season. Hancock is 5-3 with a 3.28 earned run average. Now, Hancock, he did allow a season worst 6 runs on 9 hits in his last start, which was against the Nationals last Sunday. An offense, by the way, that did come into today leading the sport in runs scored. So before that start, Hancock actually had been pretty good, 2-1 with a 1.93 ERA over those previous 5 starts before the last one. He's hard to hit because he's got this low arm slot, and then he's also had so much success with his 4-seam sinker combo that has a plus 14 run value on Baseball Savant. That is the 7th highest among fastballs this season. Early, on the other hand, he's trying to turn around his month of June. And prior to this month, he was 5-2 with a 2.95 ERA across his first 11 starts. But in June, he's 0-3 with a 7.36 ERA. And he got roughed up in his last start, which was against the Rangers on Sunday. He allowed a career-high 6 runs on a career-high 11 hits in 4 2/3 innings in front of the Tartan Army at Fenway Park. The home runs, that obviously continues to be a concern for him because he has given up 14 over his last 11 starts dating back to April 15th. He's 66 out of 67 qualified pitchers in terms of home runs per 9 in that span. And pun intended, he has had trouble early, as the 24-year-old has given up leadoff home runs on the first pitch in back-to-back starts. And with that, it's time now for today's opening take, which is brought to you by Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy. Sip the fruity candy-coated chaos. And Early needs to take advantage of the deficiencies in this Seattle lineup. We hit on this last night with Suarez, but it's worth mentioning again. The M's have the worst average and OPS against left-handed pitchers in the majors this season. Rob Refsnyder struggled against lefties this year. He went 0-for-4 yesterday, and a guy that had so much success for the Red Sox, a 312 average, 407 on base, and a 516 slash line versus Southpaws from 2022 to 2025. That same guy is hitting just 145 with a 482 OPS and 87 plate appearances against lefties. Cal Raleigh, he's just 7-for-47 against lefties this year. This team doesn't have Randy Arozarena right now, so we'll see if the rookie Early can navigate this Mariners lineup and look like his pre-June self. Well, today is a big day in the baseball world, and is because it was the start of the College World Series, Oklahoma versus the University of North Carolina. Oklahoma did take game 1 of the College World Series today, but 20 years ago, the Tar Heels made the College World Series for the first time, and former Red Sox Daniel Bard was on that team. He was back in Omaha to watch his former club today, and Bard is the star of the Baseball Isn't Boring 2-Minute Grill presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. And here is Daniel Bard talking about the College World Series with our very own Rob Bradford.
What do you have planned in terms of celebrating your alma mater in the College World Series?
So went back and forth. I'm on a big group text with a bunch of former teammates. We just saw each other 2 months ago for there's a 20th 20th anniversary reunion for that 06 team. Even though we didn't win it, we were just like a tight-knit group and came really close to winning it all. So we just saw each other. So this text chain has been blowing up this whole, postseason run because we're all watching the games. I'm more of a fan right now than I've ever been of anything. I've never been a very good fan. And this has got me excited. My kids are into it, which they're usually not that into baseball stuff. But this kind of sparked something in them for some reason. So we're booked. I'm flying out tomorrow to go watch at least the first 2 games. So we're excited about that. I haven't been to Omaha since I played in it. So
really,
yeah.
So it's interesting when you said that you're become more of a fan than ever. Obviously, like you said, it's been a while, 20 years. What is it about this? Is it just like that, okay, I'm out of playing every day. I'm not worried about playing every day. I want to celebrate the great game of baseball. And I remember, this is making me remember some of the best times in my life. I'm playing psychologist here. I don't know.
You're doing great.
Yeah. This is making me remember some of the best time in my life at a place that I truly love.
Yeah. I mean, it all comes back to the people, right? Like if I wasn't on that text chain with 20 former teammates and 15 of them are telling me their flights are booked, here's where we're staying. And we're basically, one guy's got a PDF file with who's there and what days they're coming. And so if there wasn't all that, the connection to the people and my former teammates, I definitely wouldn't be doing it. But that just sucks you in, man. You got a bunch of old buddies going to be in one place. Like you want to be there.
How is it? So playing for North Carolina, tell me this is a big, broad question. What's it like? What's it like being a North Carolina baseball player, part of the program, part of the family?
Well, I mean, it's tight knit. And one really unique thing is, so Scott Forbes is the head coach there now. He was my pitching coach. He came in my junior year. Mike Fox hired him, who was our head coach and was the head coach for 20, 25 years there. So the continuity of the coaching staff, there's never been a full overhaul. So that just keeps you connected. Like I could walk into Scott Forbes' office tomorrow and he'd be like, hey, come sit down and hang out for an hour without hesitation.
All right, so that's Daniel Bard talking about UNC, of course, where he used to pitch in college. And as I mentioned before, UNC did lose Game 1 of the College World Series today, 9-3 against Oklahoma. We'll see if the Tar Heels can bounce back tomorrow. First pitch in that game will be at 2:30. Good stuff there from Daniel Bard with our very own Rob Bradford. And you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI, brought to you by Subaru of New England. Subaru summer is finally here. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And coming up in about 15 minutes, we're going to hear Will Fleming's sit-down interview with Red Sox manager Chad Tracy. And Chad Tracy on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. It's the final days to get employee pricing for all Ford, the official vehicle of Major League Baseball and that dirty water. But coming up next, we have Will Middlebrooks joining us from T-Mobile Park as we get you ready here for Red Sox versus Mariners, Game 2 of a 3-game set. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees, we provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them, that's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Joe Weil with you inside the WEEI Red Sox studios as we get you ready here for Red Sox versus M's. The Sox come into this one 30-43 on the season. The M's, they do lead the AL West, but they are 39-38 thus far this season. Talk about the state of the American League and where a lot of teams are at, really outside of the top two teams in our division, the Yankees and the Rays. And we'll get you a quick Subaru of New England scoreboard update here. Subaru summer is finally here. Details at Subaru of New England.com. And we'll give you the finals here. The Yankees the Yankees lost to the Reds by a score of 10-2. Sal Stewart had 6 RBIs, a career high in this one. The Blue Jays took down the Cubs by a score of 8-6. There was a 5-run 8th inning for the Blue Jays in that one. So they bounced back from a blowout loss to the Cubs yesterday. Washington, a 4-3 winner over the Rays. So now the Yankees are up 2.5 games, still up 2.5 games in the AL East on the Rays, with both those teams losing today. The Tigers, a 4-1 victor over the Chicago White Sox at home. Out in Texas, the Padres beat the Rangers by a score of 6-4 in 10 innings. Manny Machado hit a go-ahead 3-run home run in that game in the 10th. And then a dramatic game out in Atlanta, a 4-3 victory for the Braves against the Milwaukee Brewers. Ozzie Albies hit a walk-off 2-run home run in that game, and that was actually his second home run of that game. And then Miami, a 6-3 winner against the San Francisco Giants. The Marlins have been really good here in the month of June. 13-4 this month. So they're playing some really good baseball. As we take a look at scores now that are currently in progress around Major League Baseball, the Phillies right now are blowing out the Mets by a score of 13-1. That's in the bottom of the 6th inning out in Philadelphia. And then the Guardians an 8-1 advantage right now over the Astros. That's in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Pirates with a 1-0 lead over the Rockies. That's in the bottom of the 1st inning. And then the game's coming up later tonight alongside ours. It's the A's against the Angels out in Sacramento. That's actually a 10:05 start time. Our game, obviously, a 10:10 start. And then the D-backs are taking on the Twins. That is also a 10:10 start to this one as well out in Chase Field. So, again, that is a look at the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. And actually, right now, we'll get you the interview with Red Sox manager Chad Tracy. And Chad Tracy on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. It's the final days to get employee pricing for all for the official vehicle of Major League Baseball and that dirty water. And here's our very own Will Fleming with Chad Tracy.
Another delightful evening in Seattle, especially after a win in the series opener with the manager, Chad Tracy. Trace, I was going to ask you this anyway, but you beat me to it. The minute we sat down, it sure felt like we might see something really special last night with Ranger Suarez. I mean, he had it all working. What was going through your mind? Like, it's my first run as a manager, and I might be a part of something really cool.
Well, my first thought was, can we score like 2 more runs, please, so that it's 3-0 instead of, which they gave me my wish, managing. I was thinking it, probably about the 6th is when I was like, this is looking pretty good. When Rafaela made the catch in center field, I was like looking really good. But yeah, when you're doing that and you're navigating in your mind, trying to get a guy potentially through no-hitter, but you're also have a very close eye on winning the game, and it's 1-0. So being ready to move if you need to move, it was a lot. But when we got the additional runs, and that gave us not only the breathing room to see if he can throw no-hitter, but also the breathing room to just let him extend through the outing a little bit, and he was fantastic.
And it just has not happened that often this year where you're able to get a pretty comfortable win without pushing it, and your big relievers, other than Slayton, who just got the one out. How nice is it to be able to stay away from those guys?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, obviously, if we were saying that, it's like to be able to use, Weiss or guys like, Tommy in an up game instead of a down game, where you're actually winning by enough where you can stay away from Chappie that way and not because you're losing. So that was good. And then to still have Witt and Chappie online and Guerrero's ready to go. So we still have some back-end power arms that can help us at the back end of the game today. So we're in a good spot.
Caleb keeps doing it. I mean, he gives you the lead. What does it say overall about just the willingness of a lot of these guys, even as the offense has not really done its job, to just keep working and pushing forward?
Yeah, it was another big swing by him. And then, I was mostly pleased with, he hits the home run to the pull side and then comes up again and hits the ball to right center field. Yeah. That's important. It's like understanding, like, he's now shown us now since Tampa, like, he's got some juice to the pull side of the field. But it doesn't mean that's the hitter he is, right? To come back up the next time and drive the ball in the opposite gap and take what they give you is really important. And most of our damage that inning late was just backside mania, backside hit, and just use the offside of the field and extend the lead. So that's the kind of baseball. We're going to hit some home runs every now and then, but that type of baseball is what we need to play.
The injury bug continues to get you. We knew that Kiner Falefa was feeling a little something in the forearm. Today you decided to put him on the IL, and Siegler comes back up and you put him right in the leadoff spot.
Yeah, Izzy's been battling that for the last 10 days or so. Just some discomfort in the forearm. And then the swelling came with it on the flight, and just felt like, talking to the docs that we get him down for a period of time until we get some more scans and figure out exactly what's going on. But Sieg's ready to go. Gave us some really good at-bats in a couple, a handful of days stint last time he was here. He takes really good at-bats against right-handed pitching. He swings at strikes, takes balls. So he's been up here before, not just with us, but with the Brewers, so he'll be fine.
You talk to a lot of players, and they say when you come across the country, it's the second day that you feel like you're dragging a little bit. Do you make any changes to the schedule to try to guard against that?
Yeah, we look at it. I mean, we have all kinds of people that look at, like, what is the effects of this on the body. I will say, I think to me, the bigger thing is going to be going back the other direction. I think guys actually look good to me. They feel good. When you go back the other direction, you lose 3 hours. That tends to have more of an effect than it does coming out this way. But we certainly are paying attention to that, and like where's the day games that we know will be lighter days, and where can we mix in, even if we hit, like, back the bus up, just to give them more time to rest. So it's an important part of when you go west to east like that.
It's been hard for you to do what I'm sure you would like to do, and that is give your three outfielders more days off. Yeah. You need all of them in there all the time, especially out west, these big ballparks. Right. But you do decide to give Cedon a day. I'm sure you've got this whole thing mapped out about how to give guys enough rest, don't you?
Yeah, I'm looking at it, have been looking at it for a while, where it's like we're running them. Those guys are pretty much in there every single day without a break. And it's not like they're 40 runners and they just like jog in the gap and let it be a double. Like, they catch everything. So there's high load there. And so we had eyeballed this as like, hey, there's 16 games in a row with the West Coast swing, like finding a day for those guys to get them off their feet. It's really important. I know, you take Rafa's bat out of there, but it's like the importance of 3.5 more months of the season and having them there for the long haul it's an important part of it.
Well, and we've all watched Willier. I mean, it's pretty linear with him. If you push him too hard, he's had some stuff, and I'm sure that's top of mind for you too.
For sure, and we'll get him one during the course of this stretch as well, just to make sure that he hasn't had. I don't think he's had an off day since Minnesota early in the season in April. So just to, it's amazing. People, if you don't know, like, what it does wonders for the body to have, even if it's 8 innings, and you end up having to be using the 9, just to have a day to let your body kind of rest and recover, it does wonders.
Connolly really has not been himself lately. I mean, I know you don't think it's necessarily just a home run problem, but that's kind of a symptom of something bigger that's going on.
Yeah, I think it's more about, like, yes, it'd be a home run problem, but it's more about a like location problem. We've looked a lot at, like, he's really good, but like if he's missing or missing count leverage, we've talked a lot about that. But if you miss fastball location, if you're trying to go up and pull it down, like, that can get into a very hittable area for people. So he knows that. They've worked hard at it. But the biggest thing for me, and I told him today, is like race to 2 strikes. The more 0-1, 1, or 0-1, 0-2, 1-2 counts you can get yourself into, the more you can allow your arsenal to play. So he knows those things too, but I think it's more about, like, being very precise with your locations, and when you get the ball where you want to, usually you're in good shape.
I believe probably last night was another one of those moments where you said you're not in Scranton anymore. I mean, in the evening time when this ballpark, the light starts to change, the sun goes down, didn't you feel like this is one of the more beautiful settings in all of the games?
This is ranks up there from the ones I've been to so far. And the noise when Slayton was in the game there with the bases loaded, ranks up there with maybe the loudest I've heard of stadiums to me. It was very loud. So, but yeah, when you look at it, it's a very cool ballpark.
It'll look cooler after a win tonight in a series win, won't it?
I agree.
All right, thanks, Trace.
Thanks, Will.
All right, that was Will Fleming with Red Sox manager Chad Tracy, and we'll hear more about Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks ride in to T-Mobile Park. Obviously, a beautiful ballpark. But that was the sit-down interview with Chad Tracy presented by your New England Ford dealers, and you heard them just talk about it. The Sox have placed Isaiah Kiner-Falefa on the 10-day injured list with left forearm inflammation. So it's Anthony Siegler getting the call up from AAA Worcester, and he's batting leadoff in the Red Sox lineup. We'll talk more about it with Will Middlebrooks. He's coming up next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest growing audio app, powered by Sportsbook Rhode Island. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you expect on all your apps and connect deeply with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, your bets can go even further with live and parlay profit boosts. Get in on the action today. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees, we provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
Hey y'all, it's Ella Langley, and I'm on set with American Eagle. Well, I grew up in blue jeans. I'm still wearing blue jeans. If I'm going to the studio or going to get groceries, likely I'm going to throw on a pair of jeans, a t-shirt, and some boots, and that's comfy for me. I've been wearing American Eagle my whole life. Shop the collection at AE.com.
As a parent, I want what's best for my kid. For her, that meant finding a charter public school that truly fit her needs. Specialized programming, more support, somewhere she feels safe. But too many families are still waiting for that opportunity. Politicians on Smith Hill want us to wait longer. Don't limit access to charter public schools. Tell Governor McKee and the General Assembly that you oppose the permanent charter ban. Parents, not politicians, should get to decide the right school for their child.
Paid for by Stop the Wait Rhode Island.
Bring on the fun and bring home a new Honda with a great deal on your favorite Honda vehicles. Check out the all-electric Honda Prologue, CR-V Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid, all from the 2026 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.49% APR on a 2026 Accord Hybrid.
See dealer for financing details. Based on 2026 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit kbb.com for more information.
If you've been a Fry Electric customer, Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to say thank you. We're so glad you're here. Fry built a reputation on trust and taking care of its customers the right way. And now that Fry Electric is part of Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, we want to assure you that sentiment doesn't change. At Hope, we believe in treating your home like our very own. So you'll see some new trucks and a new name, but the commitment to you stays the same. Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is now your one-stop shop for all your home service needs.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Folks across Rhode Island think K through 12 is on the wrong track, which means it's the wrong time to limit families' educational options. But powerful special interests are pushing a bill to permanently ban new charter public schools. Nearly 9 out of 10 voters say a candidate's stance on K through 12 education will influence their vote in September, and the vast majority want candidates who stand up for more charter public school options. Tell Governor McKee and the General Assembly that you oppose the permanent charter ban. Paid for by Stop the Wait Rhode Island, stopthewaitri.org.
Some days, self-care starts with Nature-Made gummy vitamins, a deep breath, and a little encouragement.
Mom, I'm really nervous.
Me too, honey, but we've got this. Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day.
I'm going to have a good day.
I choose joy no matter what comes my way.
I bring joy wherever I go.
Quality gummy vitamins from Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
To the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
So far, so good in Seattle. The Sox won the opener yesterday. Now try to go for the series victory today in the middle match of a 3-game set against the Mariners. Joe Weil with you inside the WEEI Red Sox studios, and this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Now the one and only Will Middlebrooks joins us from T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Brooksy, how was the ride in?
You know what? This is one of my favorite cities. It's like the stadium combined with the city, the food, the golf this morning, which we can get into, and then that ride in on the scooter. That's one of our, we love doing that here because it's a beautiful ride down through downtown to here. It's only like a little over a mile, so it doesn't take long, but we love doing that here.
I think I've told you this, Brooksy, but that was my bachelor party city. We did the Lime scooter thing. It was so much fun, and it was actually right around the time of year you guys were there, so picture perfect. And speaking of
most bars you walk in down here, there's a picture of your face, so I don't know if you're banned or what.
We tore up the city a little bit. We had ourselves a good time, Brooksy. But last night, that was a fun one for the Sox 6-2 victory. And I want to start first here with the guy that played your former position in Caleb Durbin. Yeah. He goes deep last night, 3 hits, 3 runs scored. All of a sudden, he's posting an OPS over 900 over his last 18 games. So what's been the key in turning his season around?
Yeah, the 18 games, I'm looking at those stats too. 292, 4 homers, 600 slug. That's awesome. Like, home runs are fun, but it's cool to watch how he's going about his at-bats and how he's made the adjustments and that cat and mouse we always talk about of this league. And we forget it's just his second year in the big leagues, right? Because you make this trade and he's supposed to come in and be this big thing. And he's still developing at the big league level. He's been phenomenal defensively, but the adjustments he's been able to make of early in the season, the first 48 games or so, he hit 163 with just a homer, and it was off a position player in that blowout in Baltimore. And he was trying to pull everything, launch everything pull side. And that's like new age hitting, and I get that. And it's great if you're Aaron Judge or Shohei Ohtani and you're 6'7", 250 plus, and you can miss a ball and hit it out. That's not his body style. I'm not saying he's not a strong guy, because he is, but he's got to be a more well-rounded hitter. And we're starting to see that now, and it's buying him good pitches to hit middle in and advantage counts. He saw that in his first at bat, take the lead 1-0. That's a big swing for this team, because when they score first, they win a lot more than when they don't. So it was cool how he got that fastball up and in. He got to it, he hit it out, but then he hits that double late in the innings to right center on a slider down and away, like 2 separate polar opposite pitches. And his swing is much more adjustable now, right? It's not just one pitch that he can hit. He's able to cover both sides of the plate.
And the beauty of last night's game was he wasn't the only guy on the left side of the infield that was productive at the plate. Marcelo Meyer, he had 2 hits and a career-high 3 RBIs. And Will, especially with the context of him being out of the lineup initially because of an illness and then being thrusted back in when IKF was scratched, how much did last night's performance from him impress you?
Yeah, it was really good. And honestly, sometimes when you get ambushed like that right before the game, you don't have time to think, right? Because sometimes, especially in this league, when you're struggling, you're overthinking everything. You're overanalyzing. You're trying to fix mechanics on the fly. It's really tough spot to be in. And when that happens, it's just like the not panic, but like the rush to get ready you're trying to get your uniform on, you're trying to get out the stretch, get going, because you've kind of been laying low all day. And we didn't even realize, talking to Chad Tracy about it, he wasn't even in the dugout on Sunday, because there was a spot late in the game, Monasterio's up, and you're thinking, okay, maybe they pinch hit Marcelo here, and he was nowhere to be seen. He was having some stomach issues, and it wasn't good, so he wasn't even in the dugout on Sunday. We didn't even notice that. And he looked good, and that was hitting the ball hard to the right side, great, but the double to left center was everything, right? Smoking the ball in the gap to left center. We haven't seen that since the first series of the year in Cincinnati, right? He's gotten away from that, and he struggled because of it. That's got to be his approach, not only at Fenway, where you can fire balls off the monster and make a lot of money that way, but it just helps your approach so much. At any stadium against any pitcher, to just, if you get a fastball away, smoke it that way. It keeps you on the off speed, which has been a massive issue for him, just because he's been selling out to the heater and he's not getting it.
He's back in the lineup today. He's batting seventh, playing shortstop. And Will, the guy that was supposed to be in his spot yesterday, IKF, he's now on the 10-day injured list with left forearm inflammation. I have a question for you about just the injury front, just in its entirety. But before I get to that, Anthony Siegler, he gets called up from Worcester, and he's put in the leadoff spot playing second. What do you make of Chad Tracy putting him in the leadoff spot tonight?
Well, he knows him, right? He had him in Worcester. And if you go back to that New York series, he had some really good at-bats. And I think, between him and Yoshida at the top, they're just hoping to get guys on for Willier and Contreras in that first inning. The numbers with Contreras in the first inning, if he gets to the plate, he's hitting over like 340 with like 4 or 5 homers, So if you can get him up there early in games, he does damage. And by the way, it's Siegler's birthday today.
Happy birthday,
yeah,
Anthony
happy
Siegler.
birthday. Welcome back to the show.
You're batting leadoff.
So it's putting 2 guys at the top who can give you good at-bats, and like I said, try to get your guys, the meat of your lineup up there in the first inning so they can score early.
27 years young today, Anthony Siegler. And yes, in the lineup here, batting leadoff and back in the big leagues. Well, so with IKF hitting the IL, I was thinking about this. You've lost him now on the injured list. Trevor Story's out. Obviously, the top 2 guys you think about in terms of importance coming into the season, Roman Anthony, Garrett Crochet, both of which have now been on the shelf for a sizable amount of time. Yeah. You even have depth guys, too, that are on the injured list, and we've already hit on a couple of them here, Nick Sogard being another one. I guess on the excuse level making you can make for where the Sox are at this season, how much of that can be made just for the fact that guys are injured and some of them being really key guys?
Yeah, it's a big part of it. I mean, the pitching's held their own. I mean, it's crazy because you look at, like, Ranger, he's under a 3 ERA. Gray, Early, Tolley, like, these guys are all, like, a 3-something ERA. I think Tolley's just under a 3. So pitching hasn't been the issue, even though Tolley and Tolley and Early have been hit around a little bit their last couple starts. The pitching has been fine without Crochet. Obviously, you would love to have him going instead of Jake Bennett, right? I think you would take that trade-off. But offensively, yeah. I mean, I know Trevor and Roman struggled big time early before they got hurt. But that wasn't going to last. Like, they're better players than that. You've seen Trevor in the past, I think it was last May, had an awful month, and then he carried the team for a month and a half offensively and almost got 100 RBIs by the end of the year. And you know what Roman can do, and he's in the midst of making adjustments and starting to hit the ball harder in the air and not as many ground balls, and then he got hurt. So, yeah, that's part of it, right, with the production, and you look at slug, that's two things that those guys do and they bring to the party every night. So, yeah, that's part of it. But at the end of the day, whoever's in the lineup, like, it might not be the Red Sox lineup you're accustomed to seeing over the years, but at the end of the day, they're professionals, and they're going to have to find a way to just get the job done. And as you talked about, pitching has been a big part of, they've done a good job on that front. And Connolly early, prior to June, had been really good. He had a sub-3 ERA. It's gotten away from him, Will, here in the month of June. He's got an ERA over 7. What's your diagnosis for what's happened to him over his 3 starts this month? Well, it always comes back to command. Obviously, you like his stuff, his pitchability. He can throw multiple pitches for strikes. But, I mean, he's getting killed first pitch. I mean, it's like over a 900 slug, first pitch of it in bat against him, which is like the 4th or 5th highest in all of baseball. And, obviously the fastball, if he can get that four-seamer up and in the righties for strike one, that's a really tough one to get to unless you're Wyatt Langford and you're looking for it. But, playing off of that, his changeup usage has gone way down this month. And I think a lot of that is in part because he's not putting himself in advantage counts, and he's not able to use that for put away and soft contact. And he's tried to use it in other counts, and it's got hit hard. I mean, hitters are batting like over 500 against it with a couple homers in June. And prior to June, it was like a 200 batting average with 0 homers. So it's count leverage. It's getting strike one with an effective pitch. And you're seeing sometimes trying to go away with the changeup and he pulls it middle, or then he's trying to go up and in with the fastball and it leaks over the middle. So it all comes back to command for him because he doesn't have 98 in the tank. You'll see some 96s here and there, but he's going to pitch at 94. And if you miss over the middle of the plate with 94 in this league, you're probably not going to get the ball back.
And Will, back-to-back starts, that first pitch has gone for a home run. Yeah. And just looking back at those two games, it was a four-seam fastball that he threw to Yandy Diaz that went for a home run, and then against Wyatt Langford. Do you think he goes with something different here on the first pitch to J.P. Crawford, or do you think he attacks him like he did those previous two games?
It'll be a little different just because it's a lefty. But, I mean, J.P. Crawford's got some juice. He can hit the ball at the ballpark. He can hit the ball at backside. So, I mean, he's going to have to execute. I still think he goes fastball, but he'll be elevated probably up and away from J.P., I would think. That's the plan, at least.
We'll see how it goes here for early. Again, they wanted to get him right, get him looking like he was in April and May. And we'll see if he does here in Game 2 of this 3-game set. We'll appreciate the time as always, and ride free. I love seeing the picture of you guys riding the Lime scooters, and have a great call tonight.
Hey, wild thing. Anything for you.
That's Will Middlebrooks. He's got the call with Will Fleming tonight. Sox versus Mariners. You can watch the pregame show, Red Sox pregame show here on Twitch. Just follow WEI. Brought to you by Subaru of New England. Subaru summer is finally here. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Coming up next, we will get you the starting lineup and also the lock of the game. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees, we provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
Working full-time and thinking about graduate school? Post University offers flexible online graduate programs built for working professionals with personalized support. Continue your education on your terms. Become a Post person. Learn more at post.edu.
My name is Shannon Maldonado. I'm the founder of Yaoi, a gift shop from the lens of artists and handmade objects. I chose Shopify because when I was testing other platforms, it was definitely one of the most user-friendly. It was important to me to think about where we would be in the future. All of the tools for reading your sales, like planning inventory, are just right there on your dashboard. For anyone starting a small business, the biggest thing I can tell you is it doesn't have to be perfect. Shopify can help you build upon it. Start your free trial on shopify.com.
Folks across Rhode Island think K-12 is on the wrong track, which means it's the wrong time to limit families' educational options. But powerful special interests are pushing a bill to permanently ban new charter public schools. Nearly 9 out of 10 voters say a candidate's stance on K-12 education will influence their vote in September, and the vast majority want candidates who stand up for more charter public school options. Tell Governor McKee and the General Assembly that you oppose the permanent charter ban. Paid for by Stop the Wait Rhode Island, stopthewaitri.org.
Your package says delivered, but delivered where exactly? The hallway? The lobby? Your neighbor's apartment? Instead of playing detective with your deliveries, Get a mailbox at the UPS store. We'll sign for your packages, text you when they arrive, and keep your deliveries low-key under lock and key. Get 3 months free mailbox services with a new annual agreement at the UPS store. For full details and to get your coupon, visit theupsstore.com/offer.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Our market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Joe Weil with you inside the WEEI Red Sox studios as the Sox look to take a second straight game against the Seattle Mariners, who after moving a season-high 4 games above 500 after a win on June 9th over the Orioles, have now lost 6 of their last 9 games. And we'll see what Connolly Early can do against a Seattle team that has struggled all season long against left-handed pitching. And I mentioned some of the numbers a little bit earlier in the pregame show, but this M's team has the worst average in OPS against left-handed pitchers in the majors this year. So maybe this is the team that allows Connolly Early to get back on track. He's 0-3 with a 7.36 ERA in the month of June. Time now for tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. So let's meet tonight's players. And here's the 9 for the Red Sox, who will not have Cedar Rafaela in the starting lineup. Anthony Siegler called up from AAA Worcester. You heard Will Middlebrooks talk about it, but it's his birthday today. He just turned 27. He bats leadoff and plays second base. 1 for 3 thus far with the Red Sox with a double. Masataka Yoshida, the DH, and he has a 4-game hitting streak coming into action tonight. 5 for 14 in that span. Wilyer Abreu bats 30. He's in right field. 1 for 4 yesterday. Wilson Contreras bats cleanup. He is the first baseman. He's reached base in 26 of his last 28 games. Jaron Duran, who did have a knock and a run scored yesterday, he's in left field. Caleb Durbin, who had 3 hits and also 3 runs scored. He homered in a second consecutive game. He's back at third base. Average now above 300 at 203. Marcelo Meyer, who has reached base in 8 consecutive games. He is the shortstop batting 7th. Carlos Narvaez, he bats 8th. He is the catcher. And then it's Nate Eaton who gets the start in center field for the Bo Sox tonight, because with Connolly Early once again on the mound, 5-5 with a 3.81 ERA thus far this season through 14 starts. Here's a 9 for the Seattle Mariners. It's J.P. Crawford who leads things off. He is at third base. Cal Raleigh, who was the runner-up for MVP last year in the American League. He is the catcher, hitting just 163 this year. Julio Rodriguez, he is in center field. Josh Naylor bats cleanup. He's at first. Old friend Rob Refsnyder bats 5th. He is in right field. Cole Young, he bats 6th. He's at second. Mitch Garver, the DH. And then it's Connor Joe in left field with Colt Emerson rounding out the 9 as the shortstop. And on the bump for the Seattle Mariners, it is the right-hander Emerson Hancock, 6th overall pick in 2020. He's 5-3 with a 3.28 ERA in 14 starts this season. He has tossed 79 and 2/3 innings pitched, 75 strikeouts thus far to his ledger. And he's coming off, again, the worst start of his season, which was against the Nationals last time out. But this is a guy that's pitched pretty well at home this year, a 2.70 ERA across 7 starts. And it's time now to get you the lock of the game presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit interlockroofing.com and never re-roof again. And how about riding the hot hand here with Caleb Durbin and how well he has been swinging the bat as of late. We mentioned the numbers a couple times over his last 18 games, hitting .292. He's got 11 extra base hits in that span with a .904 OPS. So I'm going with him to get at least one knock in this one as my lock of the game, presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit interlockroofing.com and never re-roof again. He was a guy that was struggling so much at the beginning of the year, but he's been swinging it a whole lot better as of late. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
All right, you have been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Joe Wild. Big thank you to Josh Bracken. Coming up next, we have Sox versus Mariners with Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks on the call along the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Mass Mutual. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The 2026 Lincoln Aviator SUV turns a robust list of features into a world of premium experiences. Excite your drive with impressive horsepower and torque. Customize your comfort with available perfect position seats featuring 30 configurations. Make room for 2 more passengers with powerful third-row seats that can fold flat with the touch of a button. And immerse yourself in the finest expression of design and services with available elevated packages. Experience it for yourself by visiting your local Lincoln retailer.
As a parent, I want what's best for my kid. For her, that meant finding a charter public school that truly fit her needs. Specialized programming, more support, somewhere she feels safe. But too many families are still waiting for that opportunity. Politicians on Smith Hill want us to wait longer. Don't limit access to charter public schools. Tell Governor McKee and the General Assembly that you oppose the permanent charter ban. Parents, not politicians, should get to decide the right school for their child.
Paid for by Stop the Wait Rhode Island.
Create a space you can't wait to be in. It all starts at Frank Webb Home. With personal service and expert guidance at our local showrooms, we can help you find the bath, kitchen, and lighting solutions you need to enhance your space. With more selection and more expertise. Personal service to help you find your personal style. Visit frankweb.com to schedule a free consultation in one of our 48 showrooms across the Northeast. Make yourself at home at Frank Webb Home.
Boom! No!
Come on! Kids, what should we order for dinner?
Pizza!
Thai.
Tacos!
Hey boys, let's not get loco. What kind of restaurant sells pizza, Thai, and tacos? I'll never please all my guys. Why can't we have food without the fun?
With Wonder, you can combine 20 restaurants in one delivery, so your family never has to compromise. Use code MEALTIME for 50% off your first Wonder order. Terms apply. See wonder.com/new customer.
The all-new Amazon Ember art line with Fire TV. Choose from 10 custom frames and over 2,000 free works of museum-quality art. Or display your own personal photos, all on a matte screen designed to look like the real thing. Brilliant 4K QLED immerses you in every moment, while Alexa Plus makes finding your next watch effortless. Find the perfect balance between art and entertainment. The Amazon Ember art line with Fire TV. It's not just a smart TV, it's an art TV. Separate subscriptions may be required. Viewing experience is subjective and may vary with content.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It is gone! Say done! Say good night!
Swing and a miss, strike 3, it's over!
And the Red Sox win!
Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win!
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Subaru of New England. Don't miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event.
23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Nissan. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com. Arbella. Here for good. Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. 110 Grill. Visit any of their 33 locations all throughout New England. McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services.
Way back by the wall! Off the wall, the Red Sox win!
Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig.
Way back! Grand Slam!
Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. North Shore Adult Diapers. For even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com. Veterinary Emergency Group. Sponsored by Veg. ER for Pets. The official emergency veterinarian group of Red Sox Radio.
Two-run homer! Roman reigns supreme!
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
Good evening and welcome to the West Coast, to one of America's most glorious cities, Seattle, Washington, T-Mobile Park, where tonight the Boston Red Sox play the middle game of a 3-game series. A stirring win for the Red Sox in the opener last night. They'll have their work cut out again. Emerson Hancock, who's just been a fabulous pitcher this season for the Mariners, takes the ball. But Connolly early looking to bounce back against a lineup that really does struggle against lefties. That's the backdrop. There's huge buzz in this city. There's red, white, and blue everywhere. They got fan zones, watch parties set up all around town. You can't go 10 yards without feeling an enormous amount of energy, and you hope the Red Sox can channel that here tonight. More roster moves needed for Chad Tracy. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa went on the injured list today to take his place. Anthony Siegler is here, and he's going to lead off for the Red Sox on a day that the Red Sox manager gives Cedon Rafaela the night off. Along with Will Middlebrooks, Will Fleming, delighted to have you stay up late with us on the West Coast tonight. And Will, the Red Sox did a lot of things great last night, and all eyes tonight do turn to Connolly early, trying to kind of overcome some recent struggles.
Yeah, it's been odd for early. 3 starts in June, over a 7 ERA, 12 earned runs in those 14 innings pitched, and previous to that he was so good, right? He was 5-2 with under a 3 ERA. Hitting his spots, and the command has really been the thing that catch my eye. And you hear the term count leverage a lot, and that's essentially just means he needs to get ahead of hitters, right? You're seeing ball one, you're seeing 2-0, 3-1 counts a lot, forcing him over the plate. And you're seeing hitters really aggressive first pitch because he's been laying it in there over the heart of the plate. He's got to hit his spots.
Well, it felt very much like Seattle about 5 minutes ago. A totally grungy feel to tonight's Star Spangled Banner, which is brought to you by Ace Ticket. Always has the best deals on the Red Sox and all your favorites in sports and entertainment. AceTicket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. I'm not sure I've ever heard a rendition of the anthem that more meets and matches its city than this one. And the Mariners on another glorious Seattle evening. Jose David Flores brings out the lineup card. We'll get you that in just a moment. We told you Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is on the injured list now. Injury report brought to you by CVS. CVS knows that where you get your medicine matters. That's why CVS is by your side right when you need the most. Welcome to CVS, the official pharmacy of the Red Sox. Chad Tracy just can't catch a break. I mean, it seems like every week there's big-time injury news. Anthony Siegler is up. He's going to hit leadoff against this kid, Emerson Hancock. The Red Sox now have 10 of their full-time players on the injured list, and it's just been one of those seasons where it's very difficult to stay healthy.
It's been a lot of just what can go wrong is going wrong, right? Your ace is down, Roman's down, Story, you're lacking slug and pop in the lineup, and a couple of those guys not seeing the field for significant time really hurts.
It is a packed T-Mobile Park. This city is abuzz big time right now as the Red Sox try to win a series on the road, having dropped 8 of their last 11 games. And we'll see what Connolly Early has in store. But first, the offense against Emerson Hancock. The Mafre feeling of the game brought to you by Mafre Insurance. Peace of mind, that's the Mafre feeling. Visit MafreInsurance.com. Will, who you got?
I'm going to go Massa tonight.
I love it.
I like Massa. I feel like he's due for a big night.
You see the club level that's like 400 feet away in deep right field inside the pole? He just blasted one after another off that glass in batting practice today.
That got my attention too. That's exactly why I went with him.
Red Sox need a little lift here. It is not going to be easy against Emerson Hancock. What a day for Anthony Siegler. He flew here to Seattle yesterday. If you're not on the roster officially, you just sit in the hotel. You're not allowed to be in the clubhouse. So he got the call today from Chad Tracy that the inflammation was not going down for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and he said, you better get here, get on the early bus because you're leading off.
It's also his 27th birthday today. Happy birthday. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, he was pretty good for the Red Sox in very limited action. Had some of the better at-bats against Cam Schlittler. We'll see what he's got in store today against Emerson Hancock. The umpires are around the home plate. Paul Clemens will have the plate today. Adrian Johnson at first base. Quinn Walcott is at second, and Steve Jashinsky in the rocking chair at third. I do think the Mariner mascot is one of the best.
Oh, the Moose? Yeah.
And he's been having a good time down the third base line. Here comes Emerson Hancock, and from Will Middlebrooks, here come tonight's starting lineups.
Lineups brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Anthony Siegler, we just told you, playing second base. He'll lead off. Masataka Yoshida slides into the 2 spot. He'll be the DH. Wilyer Abreu will bat third, play right field, and in the cleanup spot, like always, Wilson Contreras, and he'll play first. Batting fifth will be Jarren Duran, and he'll play left field. Caleb Durbin bats sixth at third base. Batting 7th, Marcelo Meyer. He'll play short, followed by Carlos Narvaez batting 8th and doing the catching, and Nate Eaton gets a start in center field with Sadon down. He'll bat 9th. For the Seattle Mariners, J.P. Crawford in there at third base, leading off. Cal Raleigh will bat 2nd. He'll do the catching. Julio Rodriguez will play center field and bat 3rd. Josh Naylor will be in the 4-hole. He'll play 1st. Batting 5th, Rob Refsnyder. He'll be in right. Batting 6th will be Cole Young. He'll play 2nd base. Mitch Garver will be the DH and bats 7th. Connor Joe bats 8th. He'll be in left field. And Colt Emerson will play short and bat 9th. It's your Morgan & Morgan starting lineups.
All right, here now Emerson Hancock, who's yet another guy off the factory line for the Seattle Mariners. Just a tremendously talented right-hander. He comes at you from a low angle of attack. There's more fastball in there this year. There's more slider in there. When you look at the numbers and watch some film on this guy, what makes him so tough?
Well, it's an explosive fastball. You look at the movement profile of it. It's not like most four-seamers that have that rising effect to it. With that arm slide, which he lets go of the ball being so low, it doesn't create the same backspin, but he still gets a good amount of swing and miss and weak contact just because of the late movement and velocity. Mid-90s, hits his spots, goes up and in on righties a lot. The sweeper has been a really good pitch for him, a 143 batting average against just 2 extra base hits.
Cal Raleigh's throw goes down to second base. And what a moment this must feel like for Anthony Siegler. It's his 37th Major League game, 3rd with the Red Sox, and here he is, literally out of the hotel and into the leadoff spot at T-Mobile Park. Red Sox in the road grays. Siegler, you don't blame him, he just stepped out, took a deep breath, and now digs right back in. Against Hancock with the third baseman J.P. Crawford in as Siegler swings and fouls it off. I love it, ready to hit, but spoiled to the left side, and it's 0-1. 7:11 p.m. 70 beautiful degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Plymouth Rock, home and auto insurance made for Boston sports fans. 0-1 to Siegler. Hancock throws, and he swings and misses. It's quickly 0-2. You know, it's amazing. Well, not only do they build these pitchers, these animals, whether it's Kirby, Gilbert, so many others, a lot of them look the same. Big, strong right-handers.
Well, these guys hang out every day, all day together, and they start picking up on mannerisms, the way they wear their uniforms.
0-2 is a little outside.
And look, the guys that you just mentioned, these guys are some of the best strikeout pitchers in baseball. The Mariners pitching staff leads baseball in strikeouts. These guys sit around, talk ball, and learn from each other.
1-2 to Anthony Siegler. Leading off the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. He knew it. That was a backdoor demon, and there's one away.
Yeah, that's nasty. 3 heaters in a row, and then this sweeper from that arm slot started more than a foot off the plate in the other's batter's box and just came right back to the bottom corner. That's as perfect as it gets.
Here's Yoshida, who just has not played a whole lot. 141 at-bats, left-hander. The field is mostly covered in shadow now as the sun sets over the Puget Sound. The pitch to Massa is a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. The Mariners have Naylor at first, Young at second, with Emerson, the shortstop, and Crawford at third. Defensive alignment brought to you by James Hardy. Hardy Siding is America's #1 brand of siding. Overall, 248 for Massa, who takes a breaking ball down at end, 1-1.
And I told you about the Mariners staff and the high strikeout rates, but they also have some of the lowest walk rates. They fill up the strike zone.
Yeah, this guy's walks and hits per innings pitch right around 1, which is a great rate. 1-1 the pitch. Massa takes a ball outside, and it's 2-1. The Mariners feel like they've got their middle infield for the next decade locked up between Young and Emerson, 2 guys who really have impressed this season. 2-1 to Massa. See if he can find something to charge right here. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. He held up 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, he's just spotting. I mean, I watched his last couple starts. He's coming off a start against the Nationals. Was probably the worst, maybe, of his career. 4 innings pitched, 9 hits, 6 runs.
2-2 is high into right field. Back on it to his right is Rob Refsnyder. A little bit off the end of the bat for Massa. And they're 2-away. I thought that 2-1 pitch was outside, and he didn't challenge it. I know it's early.
Yeah. It was close. He probably just thought it was too close to risk it this early in the game. I don't blame him.
All right, here now, Wilyer Abreu, who, like Cedon, will have an off night coming very soon. He's just been on his feet so much. He bats with 2 down. And the base is clear in this first inning. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Willier had a base hit last night. Average at 274 with 8 homers and 34 driven in. Emerson Hancock throws, and Willier takes one way outside. It's such an impressive year from this right-hander. This is his 15th start, 3.28 ERA. You talked about the strikeout walk numbers, 75 strikeouts and 17 walks. 1-1. They play him to pull. Pitch is pulled into the defense. To his right, the second baseman, Young, has got it. Throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3. Top of the first. Connolly Early is going to try to match wits with the excellent Mariners right-hander. When we return, no score after half an inning of the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees, we provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
Live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
J.P. Crawford's going to lead it off for the Mariners as we go into the bottom half of inning number 1. J.P.'s been moved over to third base after spending his entire career as an awesome defensive shortstop. Batting left against Connolly Early, and he fires a fastball missing inside. It had been 2 straight starts. The first pitch left the yard, so a good bounce back and a good idea to jam Crawford a little bit there.
At least get him off the plate, little show-me pitch. Go back away now.
10 homers, 23 driven in. The pitch is swung on and missed. That's a really good heater, and it's 1-1.
It was, but it's kind of what we've been seeing from Early a lot. He's trying to go down and away. That went up and middle in.
So many mistakes have gotten the heart of the plate lately. 1-1 pitch is inside. Connolly, you all know by now, has allowed 2 home runs in 4 of his last 6 starts. In that time, 9 overall. 2-1 to Crawford, who's always a threat to go deep. So to Cal Raleigh out on deck. The pitch is low. Close, but deemed a ball, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, with J.P. Crawford, he actually went to the team and said, hey, I want to do what's best for the team. We want Emerson at short. I'll move to third. Interesting, though, going into free agency after this year.
No doubt. 3-1 pitch is a strike right in the bottom of the zone, and it's 3-2.
You've been a good shortstop, especially defensively, throughout your career. That's a premium position that gets you more money.
I do think it sets a really cool veteran tone here in Seattle.
Yeah.
3-2. No score in the first. The pitch is a ball outside. He walked him. Not what Connolly was looking to do. Especially not with Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez coming up. Yeah, Connolly was such a marvel to start this year, and really to start his Red Sox career. What a stud a season ago. I mean, it's only the natural evolution of things. He is still learning his way in this game, 24 years old, and it's just a couple bumps in the road of late. Here's Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, batting righty against Connolly. Pitch is ripped into left field, coming on Duran. He cannot get it. He plays it on one hop, on a foot first slide, maybe a little off the end of the bat, playing deep for Raleigh. And the Mariners have 2 on with nobody out.
Connolly made it threw a fastball down and away from Raleigh. He did hit it off the end of his bat. I thought he hit it a lot better, and Duran was going to have a play on it, but it sank in front of him by about 6 feet. Really no play.
This Mariners team has the worst numbers in baseball against left-handed pitching. It's just amazing how ineffective they've been, but so far a walk in ahead against the lefty Connolly early. And here is the ever-terrifying Julio Rodriguez. 2 on, none out. Connolly throws, and Julio almost hit by a pitch there in the inner half. You got Josh Naylor on deck. I mean, this Mariners lineup is very well constructed.
Naylor's left-handed batter, but he hits left-handed pitching better than righties. Over 280.
This is Connolly's first look at any of these batters. 1-0 to Julio. Pitch is inside. And it's 2-0. Good time for a visit from Carlos Narvaez.
Yeah, his command is not there. You cannot let this game get away from you in the first inning. We all know the numbers, right? The opponent score first. The Red Sox are 9-32. And don't let them go down by 2. They're 1-39 in those games.
Astonishing numbers. And of course, remember, Connolly will battle back into innings and games, but this has been a huge issue lately.
Yeah, there's several pitchers with the Red Sox. You see the first inning an issue.
Listen to this crowd. Julio, they chant. He is beloved, and he, like Emerson and others and Raleigh, are locked up for a long, long while. 2-0. Huge sequence. The pitch is ripped on the ground. Should be a double play. Backhanded by Durbin to second for one. Relay to first. Not in time. Julio runs so well that was going to be hard. Actually softly hit behind the third base bag. Kind of took a last higher hop on Durbin too, but a big first down.
That's one of those, as a third baseman, you got to think about those type of things before they happen. When it's hit that softly behind the bag, if you have a chance to just get the lead runner at third base, you take that.
Do you think he did?
It would have been close. I think too close. I think he probably made the right decision, but I'm probably going to come get that a little more aggressively, get the lead out. So now with 1 out, a fly ball doesn't score a guy.
And here's a guy who hits a lot of fly balls. Josh Naylor, who got the Mariners' first hit last night. First and third, the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It is totally within the realm that Julio's thinking about going right here. He's got 9 steals. I mean, even with the left-hander early, he's got a big lead. Held over there by Contreras. Connolly's first pitch brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. 0-1 to Naylor. Pitch is inside. He is coming into these hitters. He's almost hit a couple in a row, and it's 1-1.
Well, he's trying to throw a sinker inner corner, right? And he's just missing on both sides of the plate. His off speed, he's yanking it down glove side. His two-seamer, he's losing arm side.
These are big misses.
This is when it's like this, it's mechanical. It's timing, sequencing with his lower body. He's just not synced up right now.
Big jam, first and third with 1 out in the first. 1-1. Here's the pitch, and it is not close. Outside 2-1. He has said that he found something in his most recent bullpen session, coming down the mound, feeling more centered, but it does not look like it so far.
No, it doesn't. You know, he can make one pitch and get out of this thing, and he's still only 13 pitches right now.
But a big one coming. 2-1 to Naylor. And a throw to first sends Julio back. You got Rob Refsnyder on deck, who, as we well know with the Red Sox, was a left-handed slayer. That has not been as much the case for him this season. Julio dancing around over at first. Contreras tried a little hidden ball trick on him. 2-1. Connolly sets, he throws, and a foul on the third base side. Now that had some loop to it, but a sweeper spoiled back, and it's 2-2.
Sometimes when breaking balls hang like that, they don't have the same action as they normally do, and hitters will miss it or foul it off. So sometimes a bad pitch can work out in your favor.
And that was a bad pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now Naylor will call for time.
Yeah, you can see him trying to find feel for anything right now. Fastballs all over the place. That sweeper he had yanked down in the dirt a couple times already. It's like he was guiding that one in there, and it was almost a massive mistake.
15th start for Connolly. They lead at first and third. Long set. Julio runs. The 2-2 is pop foul on the third base side. He had that stolen easily off of Connolly, but in a 2-strike count, Naylor felt like he had to offer at it.
Once again, Narvaez setting up a way for that two-seamer to play off the previous pitch, the sweeper. That one, once again, arm side running in the inner half to Naylor.
And Naylor is a guy you can double off, so that's the reason Julio's thinking about taking off at first. No score for now, but a huge early threat for the Mariners. 2-2.
Watch for a double steal here, too.
Connolly's ready. Julio not running the pitches outside. Another big miss on a sweeper, and it's 3-2.
J.P. Crawford would for sure, if the throw was to go through to second base, try to take home. He's that type of player.
And remember, Siegler's been here for 10 minutes, so there's a lot of action going on in the middle infield. It would be Marcelo to cover the bag with the left-handed hitter at the plate. And he's way in the hole, Siegler at second base. Connolly looks befuddled on the mound. 3-2. Here's the pitch, and it is lined into center field. That's a base hit. Crawford comes home to score. Julio's going to test the idea in center field, but Nate Eaton got to it quickly enough. Threw a missile to third. The Mariners lead it 1-0.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad pitch. I mean, it was ball 4. It was up and away, way off the plate with the four-seam fastball. Naylor just in protection mode, threw the bat out there and hit a little seed line drive to center field. Got to find a way to get ahead of Rob Refsnyder right here, because even with the numbers this year, he's still a threat against the Southpaws.
I mean, we saw it. He had basically a 900 OPS against lefties in his time with the Red Sox. All right, 2 on, 1 in, 1 out. Julio runs, throw to third is in time. They got him. It looked very close. I'm sure the Mariners and Dan Wilson will review here. Julio thought he was out. He's running off the field. Mariners looking into their video room, and they're not going to look how huge a play that is.
Massive.
By Carlos Narvaez.
Yeah, the Durbin got the tag down right on Julio's back, right before his left hand went into the bag. Narvaez got rid of that so quickly.
Pitch was a ball to Refsnyder. Connolly, his body language just does not look the same. And here's the other part, is the 1-0 is a ball. He is working so much more slowly. I mean, we've seen him at his very best. He catches and goes, but just not in a real groove right now. What a huge play for now from Carlos Narvaez. 2-0. And Naylor's thinking about it. He's going to go. A chopper on the left side. Marcelo to his left. He gloves. He throws to first in time. And the inning is over. They got something on Connolly on the mound, that's for sure. But he limits the damage. 1-0 Mariners lead. After 1 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them. That's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees. We provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
On we go into the second inning. Beauty all around. Seattle as the first pitch to Wilson Contreras is popped up into shallow right center field. Back on it goes the Mariners' second baseman Young. He's called off by Julio Rodriguez. And on one pitch, one away.
The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher during the 2026 season, the Arbella Insurance Foundation will donate $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good.
Here now, Jarren Duran went out, the base is empty. J.P. Crawford thinks Jarren might consider a bunt. He's not done that much this year. Here he bluffs a bunt, takes it back, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Look, Julio Rodriguez, one of the most dynamic athletes in the game. It's hard to ever question him trying to create things. You get the sense this Mariners offense frustrated of late. 0-1 to Duran. And he takes a ball a little bit outside. And yet that is such a big swing play. And I think the counter to making that call is that Connolly was totally erratic in that first inning. 1-1. Pitch is a liner, caught at third with a leap by J.P. Crawford. Wow. It doesn't matter where you play him. His glove is gold, and Duran is robbed for out number 2.
Yeah, that had hit written all over it. JP's playing in on the grass in case of a bunt. This got in on the hands of Duran, but not many players are making this play. It was well-timed. He left his feet, got way up to steal at least a single, maybe 2.
Yeah, that's the one I think he might try to tear around first. All right, here's now Caleb Durbin, who homered for the second straight night last night as a pitch from Hancock misses outside, ball 1.
Something that drives me crazy is when you have a young pitcher out there in early, he goes 20 pitches, some high-stress pitches, and then Contreras comes out and swings at the first pitch of the inning.
Not exactly a time to cool off in the dugout. 1-0. Pitch is popped up into right field. The Red Sox are going to make this easy on the Mariners. Back on it goes Naylor, and on 5 pitches, Sox are retired. Connolly immediately out of the dugout. He didn't even have time to do his little weighted ball jumping jacks in the dugout. 1-0 Mariners in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
4th of July savings are happening now at the Home Depot with select appliances starting at $398. Plus, get free delivery on appliance purchases of $398 or more, no membership required. Upgrade your kitchen with a modern and sleek GE Profile refrigerator featuring hands-free autofill for the perfect pour every time. And make laundry day easier with 2-in-1 washer-dryer combo innovation that completes laundry in about 90 minutes. Shop top brand appliances now at the Home Depot. Offer valid June 17th to July 8th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Cole Young star here in Seattle, who's been quite hot. Left-hander digs in, facing Connolly early. The pitch to him is a strike on the inside corner. Good one there for Mr. Early. 0-1.
See if Connolly can settle in. See this with some guys. Tough first inning, mechanically a little off. You go in, you sit with your pitching coach, although it was quick. Maybe iron things out.
0-1 is a little outside. Not much time for conversation in that top of the second inning. Cole Young, 254 overall, but he's been a near 300 hitter for the last month. 1-1. The pitch is a little bit inside from Connolly, and once again he falls behind. He's only thrown 2 first pitch strikes here. A 2-1 is spoiled. Now play into the seats on the third base side, and it's 2-2.
Well, Young did him a big favor. He chased way out of the zone up and in. Flips this count to 2-2 instead of 3-1.
This ballpark, this town is such a delightful place to come visit, especially this time of year where the weather is absolutely ideal. 2-2 is fouled off. Everything on a summery day in Seattle is just brighter, in sharper focus.
I mean, you've had yourself 2 great days, right? Soccer game yesterday. Sox win. Golf this morning. Back at the ballpark. Come on.
Pretty good.
You're living.
Got my rear end beaten in by you today. Here's Cole Young, who is hit by a pitch. Now Connolly is again just all over the place. You shot the easiest looking 74 I've ever seen. Stupid.
Didn't feel it. The front 9 felt really good.
Yeah.
The back 9, I had to fight for it.
Well, and the thing is, too, you're almost always so great off the tee. And you didn't really have that club today, and you still found it. I mean, I say that, but you also hit, like, searing 300-yard driving irons that landed 70 yards short of the green. So you had some things off the tee. But, yes, it's been a great couple of days. I just love, even before the game, I always take time to walk around the concourse here because they've done so many brilliant things here. You got the backdrop of the Seahawks Stadium in left, but there are openings in all the walls where you can look out and see the water. And at this time of night, that is spectacular. Here's Mitch Garver, right-handed hitter, and he takes a ball dropped by Narvaez. It is 1-0. But, I mean, when Mount Rainier is out, the skies are bluer. When it is nice here, it's like you're watching life through an Instagram filter.
Yeah.
1-0. Double play depth behind Connolly. Mariners lead 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And people have this perception, and it does rain a lot here, but it's kind of light, drizzly, wintertime rain. People here just get totally used to it. I mean, really, you don't even often see that many umbrellas. People are just wearing jackets.
The summer, though.
Oh, it's worth the payoff. 1-1 is swung on a miss. Now, that was one of the best pitches Connolly has thrown today, and a changeup, which can be so important for him.
The changeup's a pitch I'm definitely paying attention to. Hitters in June are hitting over 500 against that, couple homers. He tries to go down and away from righties, but he pulls it back over the plate. Even that one was over the middle, but down.
1-2, just inside.
Same thing with that one. That one down and in. He's trying to go down and away from the righty with the changeup. For some reason, he's getting around that pitch and pulling it into these hitters where it's much more hittable.
2-2. Young thinking about it, not running the pitch, is fouled straight back. Yeah, he kind of cuts his changeup, which is the opposite direction he wants it to go.
Right, and there's a lot of pitchers in this game. They figured out if they do try to cut their changeup, it can kill the spin a little bit and gives it more of a downward action instead of running away. But that's not what Connolly's trying to do.
Garver, the long-time Twin, one of their few hitters in Seattle who's hit lefties well. Here's a pitch that's on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Connolly has his first strikeout in a huge spot. First strikeout tonight brought to you by Weichert Realtors. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you got a partner who'll guide you every step of the way. Dream Move Home. There's just water everywhere in Seattle, no matter where you drive. And it's just so cool. Panoramic views. Connolly throws over to first. Diving back in was Cole Young. It's amazing, too. These West Coast cities do this way more than we do on our side of the world, where you can wait. There can be 25, 30-degree differences between morning and night. 1-0 Mariners. Connor Joe, right-handed hitter, takes the ball upstairs for ball one. I mean, we woke up this morning, and it was like 42 degrees with wind.
Not fun. We showed up. I'm in shorts, number one.
Maybe that was the key.
Lou's like, I got to go buy a jacket, I guess.
Give me your cheapest one. 1-0. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled right back. He had a huge healthy cut there, and it's 1-1.
Well, that's the fastball that Connolly wants to get to more often. It's that up and in quadrant to righties where it's really tough to get to. And then if he does have his good changeup, it plays off of it great. The sweeper as well.
Ball, one strike. He'd love a one-hopper to Marcelo right here. All right, first one out. The pitch is just outside. They want to challenge. That looked good from here.
The catcher's challenging the pitch.
I think it's going to be a strike.
I do too. That looked like it caught all of the corner.
It did.
Call's overturned.
Big time.
2 remaining.
Talking about count leverage, that's a huge swing. And it's 1-2. That challenge brought to you by Dana Farber. When the challenge is cancer, Dana Farber hits it out of the park. 1-2 from Connolly to Connor Joe. Pitch is a chopper to short. Marcelo waits. He flips to second. That is in the end. Although the throw gets past Contreras and into the camera well. Siegler here for the first time. That might have been one to keep in his back pocket.
That was a very slow developing play. Marcelo playing deep. That was a chopper that just didn't get there very quick at all. That throw just cannot be made.
I don't think Marcelo had any other choices, too.
No, because if he comes to get that and chances it, it turns into a really tough play coming in and trying to get that. You almost have to glove flip it to second base, and you're probably still not turning it. He made sure to get one out. That was the play. You just have to put that ball in your pocket if you're Siegler.
That did not happen, and here's Colt Emerson. Left-hander. Turbin in at third. The pitch is a little low from Connolly. This guy signed an 8-year, $95 million extension before ever playing in a major league game. That's the model these days. I mean, the Red Sox on a larger scale did that kind of with Roman Anthony.
Christian Campbell.
1-0 is a pop-up foul on the third base side. As of now, neither of those are exactly working out for the Sox. And, of course, there's so much time for Roman, but Campbell in particular, I mean, he, in some ways right now, is the poster boy for what can go wrong.
I mean, he's struggling at the AAA level. He's hitting under 220 last time I checked.
1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. Pitch is a good one. That was a good sweeper from Connolly. He does look better, don't you think?
I still don't like, even the pitches he's throwing for strikes, like that one stayed middle in to the lefty. He's trying to get it down and away. He's not able to finish that pitch. The fastball's been all over the place.
1-2. Pitch, swing, and a miss. He elevated that one beautifully and blew him away. Inning over, we go to the third, 1-0. Red Sox trail the Mariners in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees. We provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them. That's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Marcelo Meyer. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Make Bees Knees Benefits part of your game day ritual. Get 50 cents off per gallon or $5 off in store when you sign up. Save on food and fuel when you download the app or visit beeskneesbenefits.com.
Here's Marcelo Meyer, who takes a big swing and a miss at the first pitch from Hancock. Marcelo, a couple knocks. It was kind of the ultimate ambush. He was not expecting to be in the lineup before all the things went down with Kiner Falefa, and he paid it off. The 0-1 is a ground ball foul on the first base side. He's actually been legitimately under the weather. We were talking to people around the team today, and it's rare that you see a young player asked to not play because of illness, but apparently it's been brutal for him.
Yeah, some stomach stuff going on. It started on Sunday, late Saturday night.
0-2 to Marcelo. The pitch is a curveball down in. Narvaez out on deck.
Well, they're going to continue to feed him fastballs above the zone and then spin, 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 and more spin.
Yeah, he's got to prove he can hit that. 1-2. Pitch is outside. The second inning was brought to you by Amvutra. Ask your Duke doctor about Amvutra and visit amvutra.com. Two balls, two strikes. Hancock throws. Marcelo takes a curveball. He is seeing a lot of that. That's good recognition. And he runs the count full.
Now through Father's Day, treat Dad to Surf and Turf specials from Shaw's and Star Market. Save on beef T-bone, porterhouse, or New York strip steak.
So through tomorrow.
Yes, that would be tomorrow.
3-2, line down the left field line and out of play.
What'd you give me?
You were my daddy on the golf course today.
You know what? Lou Merlone has a sweet golf swing.
He
man.
does.
It's so good.
Pro athletes are very annoying in that way. Yeah, his is simple and just so pure. Here's the 3-2. Marcelo takes a strike on the inside corner, and he is rung up.
Yeah, that's where it gets tough, right? So many breaking balls down and in, and then you get to that count. It's fastball like a dart down and in. He's almost waiting for it to break like all the other pitches in that area, and it just sticks right there on the corner. Tough one.
All right, here's Carlos Narvaez. They are trying so hard to get him in there almost every day. Get his bat going. The pitch is way outside. He hit a missile to center field last night. It was caught, but encouraging swing from him. What a study in contrast this is. Emerson Hancock has thrown a first pitch strike to every Red Sox hitter other than Caleb Durbin.
Yep.
1-0. The pitch is loop foul on the first base side. 1-1.
Yeah, he fills it up. And on the other side, Connolly Early's faced 9 batters, only 3 first pitch strikes.
Hard way to live.
Yes, it is.
The cool thing about Father's Day nowadays is it's always the final round of the U.S. Open. 1-1 is fouled on the first base side. That's better from Narvaez. I mean, the swing looks closer. Tomorrow looks like Wyndham Clark's going to walk away with it.
It's a great day to be like, yeah, well, I'm just going to sit and watch golf all day and can't do anything about it.
We'll be here.
We'll be here and flying.
Yeah, I mean, listen, nobody's complaining. 1-2, the pitch is a check swing, called a strike anyway. He is carving them up right now, Hancock. 8 hitters faced, 8 hitters retired. And here comes Nate Eaton.
This kid's got good stuff. I mean, the fastball jumps, the sweeper's moving all over the place, but more than anything, he's not missing spots at all.
Fun to watch. The other problem right now is that he's only thrown 29 pitches. He can be around a while. All right, here now Nate Eaton. The pitch is dropped, but just outside. Look, this is not a statement about any of the guys wearing the Red Sox jerseys tonight, but with injury and with other choices made, I mean, you just look up and down 1 through 9. This is so unlike what Red Sox orders have looked like for years and years.
Yep.
1-0 is a strike. And it's fun that Chad Tracy likes the quality of the at-bat from guys like Siegler and Gasper and Eaton and Sogard.
Sure.
They've all come and helped, but come on.
You're the Boston Red Sox. Need some star power, need some slug. Got to start hitting the ball at the ballpark.
1-1. The 2 down. The pitch is swung on miss. Nate could do that.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a big, powerful pull side swing, but he's behind here 1-2. Like we were just talking about the Phillies today. Bryce Harper hit for the cycle. Kyle Schwarber hit 3 home runs. I mean, they're star-laden, of course. 1-2, the pitch is swung on a miss. He struck him out. The Dodgers loaded. They're on pace for 105 wins. Red Sox far too often this year relying on guys who last week were at AAA. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Mariners in the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now back to the play-by-play action.
It off against Connolly early. Good first pitch strike there. He was walked and scored the only run of the game his first time. 1-0 Seattle in the bottom of the third. Durbin protecting against the bunt off the line at third. The pitch is in the dirt. And it's 1-1.
Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
1-1. Since it was $77 last time, I need to get into that club. The 1-1 pitch is popped up in shallow left field. Coming on is Duran, and he looks up into the bright blue sky. One-hand grab, and one down. Talking about the Phillies. Yankees defense was terrible today. They let down Will Warren, who lost for the first time in a long time. Subaru New England scoreboard. Subaru summer finally here. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And meanwhile, Ozzie Albies hit 2 home runs, including a walk-off shot for the Atlanta Braves today. Here's Cal Raleigh. The pitch is a little bit outside. Ball 1.
Something is big time off with Early's mechanics.
1-0. Low again.
Just cannot get anything to the edge of the plate or to Narvaez's gloves,
which defined him early in his career.
Right.
2-0. Here it is. And that's a good one. Kind of where he wanted to throw a slider, taken by Rowley, and it's 2-1.
If he wanted it middle, then he got it there.
He got a take. 2-1. What an incredible year a season ago for Rowley. He takes a ball down and in. 60 homers, all-time record for a catcher. Second in the MVP, only to Aaron Judge. 3-1. And he's become a total hero here. The pitch is ripped foul down the left field side. And Connolly, once again, that is down Broadway.
Well, luckily, it was a changeup, and Raleigh was out front of it. He's playing with fire right now.
He is. Julio Rodriguez is out on deck.
So he pitched 49 for Connolly.
3-2 is low. He walked him. So the Mariners now in the first 3 innings with 1 out here. have 2 walks, a hit batter, and a base hit. So just way too many base runners early against Connolly. And again, you're just flirting with massive danger when you put guys on for this man, Julio Rodriguez. Feels like a huge danger zone for Connolly. He flips over to first base, and Raleigh is not going anywhere. But maybe, just maybe, take a little deep breath, calm yourself before facing Julio. 1 on, 1 out. Pitch is just inside. I think there's a compelling argument to be made that this is the best all-around athlete in the sport. 1-0. Pitch is inside. Now, Bobby Witt is part of that conversation. Ohtani, obviously, in his own different way. But just in terms of the speed, the defensive range, power, all of it.
Yeah.
And this is dangerous big time. 2-0 pitch is popped up behind second base. Siegler going out. In comes Abreu, and Williers there to make the play. What a big pitch that is. And they're 2 down for Josh Naylor. I mean, Julio Rodriguez is still only 25 years old. He came up 4 seasons ago.
He's got 125, 26 homers.
Amazing.
In like 460 games.
If he stays healthy, he's going to the Hall of Fame. He is that kind of a talent. All right, here's Josh Naylor. Time to put the shades back on. We're reflecting off of the downtown skyline in Seattle's stadium. The pitch to Naylor is grounded on the left side. Marcelo had to pause because Siegler was over in the hole. They get it there in time, and the inning is over. Connolly is playing with big-time fire, but so far getting through it. 1-0 Mariners after 3 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees, we provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them? That's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Weekdays, 5:30 to 10. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Red Sox on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. The final days to get employee pricing for all. Ford, the official vehicle of Major League Baseball, and that dirty water.
We scooted to the ballpark. You took a picture of that. Nesson just put it up. Been a tough couple days, hasn't it? Yours, I mean, I wouldn't say you scooted as much as you kind of like
Mine was
half walked.
struggling.
In fact, Lewis mimicking that in their booth, pushing his chair along with one foot. Here's Anthony Siegler. He lines it into left field, a base hit. The Red Sox have their first hit from Anthony Siegler.
Birthday boy.
Hey, he's firing up the dugout, too. That was really interesting to me. He's like pumping his fist, going crazy.
I like it. Happy birthday, knock. You got to love that.
Now, Massa, your pick to click. Yeah, you were Well, they took us off camera, but I was about to push you in your chair to go about the speed of the scooter. You got the lemon of the bunch. All right, here's Massa, who takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
I think my tires were flat. Something. Because, I mean, I would be with you guys, and within 30 seconds, you were 100 yards ahead of me.
0-1. Yoshida swings and misses. He was trying to go deep right there. Really good sweeper in under the hands, and it's 0-2.
Well, you're seeing 96, 97 from Hancock, and then the sweeper, normally sweepers are like low to mid-80s a lot for hard throwers. His is 76. It just kind of floats in there. He mixes the speeds. He'll throw that slow one, and then he will throw one a little firmer.
0-2 to the Macho Man. Siegler leading at first. Pitch is strike 3 call. Massa considered a challenge, but in an 0-2 count, he won't do it. Probably a good decision there.
It's paint once again.
You know, for whatever reason, Wilyer Abreu loves hitting in the American League West and yet not in this ballpark. In his career, he's hit 182 in Seattle. Chance now with Siegler at first. The pitch is down and in. I feel like he's covering so much ground in the outfield, Will. If you could find a way to give him 2 days off in a row with an off day, the legs might come back and so with the power.
He might get one tomorrow because you want him at Coors Field because that's a massive outfield.
Yeah, 1-0. Siegler was kind of leading and it unluckily hits the umpire. Wow, that is such a bad break for the Red Sox. It's not like Adrian Johnson can do a whole lot there, but the throw got by the first baseman Naylor, and it might have rolled all the way down the right field line.
I mean, he chested that up like he was catching.
That's a really tough break.
Well, Siegler almost got picked off. He got caught leaning. He was taking a step towards second base.
1-0 to Wilyer. Leaning again. Pitch is outside. I think so far, I mean, it's easy with a guy like Hancock who's filling it up, but Paul Clemens has had a good zone.
He has. Very good. Well, would you say the batting average for Wilyer here?
182.
All right, he's due.
I love it. Put it into the existence. Here's the 2-0, and it is driven high into center field. Julio Rodriguez on the run, at the track, at the wall! He was due! A homer! Wilyer goes out of here to straightaway center, and it's 2-1 Red Sox.
Look, when you're Wilyer Abreu and your numbers are bad in a place like this, your time's coming. Your boy had a feeling. Yes, I did. So did Wilyer. Cutter, middle, dead central, 106 off the bat, 414 feet. Red Sox take a 2-1 lead.
Awesome. He's got the Wally mask on. That's why it's hard to take him out of the lineup on any day. Hancock does not give up many homers. Here's Wilson Contreras, who takes a strike on the inside corner. That's the 12th he's allowed this season. That was a bomb.
That's just the second homer he's given up all year on his cutter. That cutter has a 167 batting average against. Just went up a little bit there.
0-1, the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. You know, it's amazing, Will. Off the bat, you're thinking, first of all, Julio could always Spider-Man up the wall. And knowing this ballpark, that's one of the deepest recesses of it.
That's a big boy homer.
0-2. Contreras swings and misses. He's a little off tonight. 414, 106 off the bat for Abreu. I mean, doesn't that have to be a home run in every ballpark in the big leagues?
You know, we talk about count leverage and how much it matters, and Hancock's been ahead of most of these Red Sox batters. He fell behind 2-0 right there. And as good as he's throwing the baseball, it forces him over the plate to a good hitter, Wilyer Abreu.
One swing changes it all. And how about Siegler getting the party started?
Love it.
Here's Duran, who takes a little outside. It's not an insignificant thing that for the first time he had to get into the stretch and get out of rhythm. And who knows, maybe he throws that ball away at first. The wheels are turning a little bit. 1-0 to Duran. Robbed his last time. Here he grounds one up the middle, and it's also stabbed. Jaron cannot believe it. He flips the bat away. Nice play by Hancock. However, the Red Sox lift off with Abreu. Now Connolly Early's got to pay it back. 2-1 Red Sox in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
4th of July savings are happening now at the Home Depot with select appliances starting at $398. Plus, get free delivery on appliance purchases of $398 or more, no membership required. Upgrade your kitchen with a modern and sleek GE Profile refrigerator featuring hands-free autofill for the perfect pour every time. And make laundry day easier with 2-in-1 washer-dryer combo innovation that completes laundry in about 90 minutes. Shop top brand appliances now at the Home Depot. Offer valid June 17th to July 8th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Important shutdown inning for Connolly early. Rob Refsnyder grounds one to shortstop. Second hop, a little bobble there by Marcelo. He's got it. He throws to first in time. And that's exactly the start Connolly wanted. One pitch, one out. It's so unusual to see Rob Refsnyder just not launching balls off left-handed pitchers.
I'd love to see him do it just after this series. Because we love Ref. We love him.
Really. And, you know, they thought that Nate Eaton could step into his role and be a lefty masher. Here's Cole Young, who takes a strike on the inside corner.
And also a part of that, not bringing him back, was there really wasn't a spot on the roster for him.
You needed infielders more than outfielders like Rob. And to be honest, you still do. 0-1. Connolly throws his 55th pitch, and it's fouled straight back. This will be a test of his composure tonight because he has not been sharp, but now the Red Sox have given him a lead. Can he take the next step forward? Fourth inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. Picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. And, of course, Cars with a K. 0-2. Popped up into that blinding, reflecting sun. And it is out of play, about 10 rows deep. Caleb Durbin gave it a look, but it's 0-2. One down, bottom four. 2-1 Red Sox, thanks to Wilyer Abreu. Connolly throws, and he just misses. Too young, 1-2. This guy's been a fabulous defensive player, too.
Yeah.
Another 1-2 is swung on and missed. Now that is a great sweeper by Connolly. Bailout swing and 2 down.
You know, we talk about the pitching staff here feeling like they have to be perfect every time they go out. You saw the run scored yesterday by the Red Sox. Durbin hits the home run early. They go up. Suarez settles in, takes a no-hitter into the 7th. All right, Connolly, yeah, fighting some mechanical issues, some command issues, but the Sox take the lead there, and it's like he's takes a deep breath and he's dialing it in now.
There's Mitch Garver. Pitch to him. He is a little bit outside. Carlos Narvaez is funny. He is much more in challenge mode now, and a lot of times you'll look down and see him raise that right hand and think about going to the helmet. The 1-0 is a strike, bottom of the zone. Sinker, 1-1. Into the wind he throws. And a swing and a miss. And again, the tempo is back, too. He's just not belaboring each pitch as much. Connor Joe's on deck. Who's on deck? Presented by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Early shaking off a little bit. Wanted a different pitch here. Narvaez gives him the one he wants. 1-2, just outside. Very close with a curveball.
Yeah, those breaking balls, he just isn't getting it down and into these righties. Narvaez wants it down and in for some swing and miss. He's leaving it out arm side a lot.
2-2. Pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. He retires the Mariners in order with a couple of strikeouts. It is a shutdown inning for Connolly. To the fifth we go. 2-1 Red Sox of the Shaws and Star Market. WEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees, we provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Today's Red Sox code word of the game is Kingdom. That was a fun place. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points.
All right, here's Caleb Durbin. Fly to right his first time. 2-1 Sox. The pitch is ripped into left field. It's down for another hit for Caleb Durbin. He's going to round first, think about it, and then wisely at the last moment put the brakes on. Caleb Durbin stays hot, and the Red Sox now a chance to really manufacture insurance here in the fifth.
Speaking of insurance, the Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher during the 2026 season, the Arbella Insurance Foundation will donate $50 to the Jimmy Fund.
What do you think is more likely here? That they just straight steal with Durbin? He's trying to manufacture with a bunt, or just try to hit one on the ground? Here, Marcelo takes a strike on the outside corner.
I think they're trying to get Marcelo's confidence up a little bit. He swung the bat well yesterday, but with the way Hancock's throwing the baseball, I'd kind of like to see him lay one down.
Mm-hmm.
He's down 0-1 now.
Durbin not going. The pitch is low. It's that changeup. Take it. It's 1-1. Some signs of late for Marcelo. A little bit louder contact. But, I mean, this is a spot where if he just kind of pulls one on the ground, it's going to be a great result as Durbin dives back in on a check-in throw from Hancock. It's so important here for Durbin to read the pitcher, Hancock, to get as big a secondary lead as he can in case Marcelo does hit one at the second baseman. 1-1. And he did get a good secondary as Marcelo fouled it off on the third base side, 1-2.
Looked like Durbin was trying to time Hancock up. That walking lead, shuffling, he was just a little early on it. He had to shut it down.
1-2 to Meyer. Durbin a bigger and bigger lead. The pitch is a ground ball on the left side. Diving stop by Crawford. Out of his glove to second for 1. Over to first 2. You got to be kidding me. J.P. Crawford has put on a clinic, and he just robbed Marcelo Meyer.
Yeah, really good swing from Marcelo. You're thinking that had hit written all over it, and you're looking at first and third. Crawford dives to his left, all in one motion as he bounces off the ground. Glove flips to second base for the double play. Goodness gracious.
Well, and by the way, it's a great play, too, by Emerson because Young is over there in the hole with the lefty at the plate.
That was nasty.
Oh, he has been ridiculous tonight. Now Carlos Narvaez had a chance to be a big-time rally. Pitch is inside, and they want to challenge. Cal Raleigh does. That looked close.
That's a ball.
Yeah, I thought real time it looked off.
Thanks, Cal.
Yeah.
The call is confirmed. Seattle has one challenge remaining.
It's kind of an odd spot for it if you're not 100% sure. First pitch to Narvaez with 2 down and the base is empty.
It's not like Narvaez has been swinging a hot bat either.
1-0. Pitch is swung on and missed. One and one. Hancock comes home, and Carlos takes a ball outside. He's still only thrown 53 pitches. But a rare hitter's count for Narvaez. Pitch is ripped into left field, and it's going to be dropped out there. Connor Joe, I don't know whether he lost it in a reflection. It's off his glove, and Narvaez is into second base. How big is the J.P. Crawford play now?
Yeah, because that probably it scores at least one. I don't know if that knuckled off the bat or what. It was a little in off the plate, but it hit hard by Narvi. I mean, that was 109 off the bat. It was smoked. But that'll be an E7, obviously.
You know, second time through, they've had much better swings against Hancock.
Poor Carlos Narvaez just can't buy a hit. He's smoking balls the outfield once or twice a game. Just no hits to show for him, but the swings have been much better.
Encouraging. All right, here is Nate Eaton. He tries to launch one out of here. Get fooled by a breaking ball. And it is 0-1. How has J.P. Crawford only won one Gold Glove in his career? He is spectacular.
Because Bobby Witt Jr. is in the AL.
That's a good point. 0-1. And that is a pitch that misses to Eaton. And it's 1-1. Eaton waits. Here's the pitch, and it is way outside. Somewhat of an easier take than they've had this evening. Hancock maybe lost his release point just a little bit there. And a chance, in spite of the great defense from J.P. Crawford, to pay it off and get a run in here. 2-1 to Eaton. Pitch is popped up. Behind first base, foul ground. Josh Naylor is over on the warning track. He's there to make the play. And the inning is over. Man, so close for the Red Sox. But halfway through 5, 2-1, Sox lead the Mariners in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Hours drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Win free groceries for a year with the Shaw's at Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes. Plus your chalk to become a junior broadcaster. Enter now at Shaw's or starmarket.com/Grand Slam.
Connolly early, building momentum. Now on the mound for the bottom of the fifth inning with a 2-1 Red Sox lead. The pitch is a little bit outside to Connor Joe, who is so relieved that Nate Eaton didn't deliver after that line drive into left was dropped. 1-0. Connolly throws and flips the bottom of the zone. Good curveball there, and it's 1-1. Check of the game score brought to you by Veg ER for Pets, the official emergency vet group of the Red Sox Radio Network. Just 3 hits for the Sox, but the big one, a 2-run bomb from Willier. The pitch is right there again. Good fastball. 1-2. Connolly delivers. Did he go around Connor Joe? Yes, he did, according to Adrian Johnson. And ring him up. Connolly has struck out 3 consecutive Mariners. And with 1 down, here comes Colt Emerson. Not only was that Willier Abreu's first home run ever in this ballpark, it's his first in 9 days. And a little streaky with the slug this year.
What is that, 9? It's 9 for him.
1 out. Here's Emerson. Pitch. Fouled back. And he hit 5 in the first, 14 games of the year.
Yeah.
One thing we know about him, whether he's in there tomorrow or not, they come in bunches for that dude. 0-1. Pitch. A little outside.
Well, Connolly, the last couple innings, is getting his breaking ball across the plate, finishing the pitch. So whether that's Andrew Bailey in there looking at video and talking mechanics, he's finishing those pitches. Can't really get hurt down there.
1-1. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. An elevated fastball, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, you're going to start getting more swings on that pitch up in the zone when you were getting that breaking ball down and away. Put that in the batter's mind, change the eye levels a little bit.
70 pitches thrown now by Early. J.P. Crawford out on deck. I think the dream scenario is that he gets you 5 more outs, gets you through 6. We all know the numbers. When Connolly goes 6, the Red Sox win. It's really that simple. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He has fanned 4 in a row. That was nasty. Yeah, they're 2 down.
Just so much difference facing lefties and able to get that sweeper down and away off the plate. It starts right down the middle, works its way off the edge. No chance for Emerson to even make contact with that one. He was way out front.
Here we go with the 3rd time through the order. Starting with J.P. Crawford. Way over and deep on the right side of the infield. The pitch is a little bit high. 1-0. But it's not only that the Red Sox win when you have Early go 6. It's that you also have Slayton, Whitlock, and Chapman. 1-0. Here's the pitch. And he yanked that one a little bit.
And worth noting, Tayron Guerrero.
No doubt.
He's been really good. So a 4th option. And only Slayton out of all 4 of those guys threw yesterday.
got out of that huge bases loaded jam. 2-0 to Crawford. Here it is. And he misses. Well, this becomes kind of a precarious spot because now he's behind Crawford 3-0 with Raleigh and Rodriguez looming.
Well, this is a green light for Crawford, I'll tell you that.
3-0 pitch is taken for a strike. Good location there by Connolly, down and in. And it is 3-1.
Well, he's been leaning on the spin a lot more these last 2 innings.
3-1 is high into center field. Nate Eaton doesn't have to move much. In a couple steps to his right, he makes the play. Excellent job by Connolly early. To the 6th we go. 2-1 Sox lead the Mariners in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees, we provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The birthday kid, Anthony Siegler, leading it off. Got the Red Sox first hit his last time here. He takes a breaking ball down and in for ball 1. I loved everything about that. I mean, the hit was so important, but then he was fired up beyond belief at first base. 1-0. Pitch is on the ground on the right side. Cole Young has got it. He throws to first in time. And there's one down for Yoshida. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit interlockroofing.com and never re-roof again. Now they're loaded up down there in the bullpen tonight. Connolly early will face the heart of the order for a 3rd time. And I would not be surprised if some of those guys started to get loose here in a minute, just as a backup plan. Massa takes outside. I mean, the flip side is that Connolly is right now totally locked in, but you just want to have contingency plans. 1-0 to the Macho Man. Pitch is way outside. It's amazing. Hancock, just when you think they've had a little bit better time against him, he's still thrown 62 pitches. Hitters count for Yoshida. Here it is, and he swings and misses. He was trying to go way out of here. Sinker that just dove into the dirt, and it's 2-1. Thus far, the hero, Wilyer Abreu, he's out on deck. 2-1 is looped into right field, and it's going to sink down for a hit for Yoshida. Nice job. Maybe jammed a little bit, but got enough on it. And so, again, Abreu will bat with a runner aboard.
Yeah, 4-seamer up in the zone, middle in. It definitely got in on him a bit, but allowed it to drop in front of the right fielder.
Their approach, their contact has been much better the 2nd and 3rd time. Right here now, Abreu. See how much he gets to hit in this spot after what happened last time. Pitch is fouled off. Man, just enough at the top of the zone. 97, and it's 0-1.
I'm not sure he'll see another cutter.
No. The cutter is the pitch in the game today that gets slugged at the highest rate.
Sure does. And yet everyone wants to throw it. Make it make sense.
0-1 is way outside. Sweeper. And it is 1-1. Maybe the ultimate sneak attack Yoshida stolen base attempt here. I doubt it with Abreu at the plate. 1-1. Pitch is swung on and missed. He's got a taste for that homer all of a sudden. That was very long, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that was a sweeper. It's a good one from Hancock. With that arm slot, that thing started off the plate away, ended up and in, almost off the plate in.
1-2. Massa does run, and the pitch is outside throw to second. Not in time. It's a foot first slide. I had a weird feeling he might think about that. Yoshida, that's his second steal of the year. And now he's in scoring position. Pitch was up for a ball.
Yeah, Hancock just wasn't really paying much attention to him over there. His lead kept getting bigger and bigger as the at-bat went on. Really good jump.
Now another one of those spots where maybe the shorter swing to left center field here for Williard might do the trick.
With 2 strikes, definitely want to shorten up a little bit against this guy.
Rodriguez has the huge arm in center field. Refsnyder does not throw great, nor does Joe in left. 2-2 to Abreu. Pitch, and it is way outside of fastball. And it's 3-2 with Contreras out on deck. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. 3-2 is fouled off. Wow. I mean, that was a hanger, but Abreu not looking for it. It's 3-2.
It's such a tough pitch for a lefty to hit because it starts off so far off the plate. You give up on it. He stayed in on it, just missed it.
2-1 Red Sox, top 6. Yoshida at second. The pitch is a ground ball, softly hit. Foul on the first base side. It's becoming a really quality at bat for Abreu.
Well, I think he doesn't throw his changeup a ton. Could see him going to it here with the base open, and he has handled Contreras tonight so far.
3-2. The 8th pitch of the at bat comes home, and it is way high and tight. Wanted nothing to do with him in a lot of ways there. Fastball walks him, and so now 2 on, 1 out for Contreras.
Get a little mound visit here for the pitching coach.
Yeah, Pete Woodworth. He's going to come out and chat things over. Well, they are putting some stress on this right-hander in the last couple of offensive innings. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Red Sox.
And that walk right there brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. Even the heaviest control problem, visit northshore.com.
Well, some people at the World Cup game yesterday might have needed one. Putting a guy who was in the front row here that they captured on camera on Nesson.
I was about to say, I don't know if it's time for that story, but gonna cut you off.
He was totally nodding off like 4 seats over from the Red Sox dugout.
Lou and OB were losing it.
All right, here's Contreras.
Hang him one right here. Come on.
2 on, 1 out. The pitch is way outside of the backstop. Yoshida to third, Abreu to second. This is a huge wild miss.
Contreras' swing has been really long today. I know it's not like him to shorten up. That's not really who he is, but in his mind at least, he can't just be trying to launch right here in this spot.
Infield comes in except for Crawford at third because of Yoshida at third. 1-0. And a ball misses low. You got the lefty Jarren Duran out on deck. I mean, Crawford's arm is big enough. He can play that far back with Yoshida coming down the line and still have a play at the plate. 2-0. Pitch is a ball. Hanging breaking ball that was inside. And it's 3-0. He has the green light here, doesn't he?
Oh, the greenest of lights.
Red Sox fans getting into it. 3-0 pitch is inside, ball 4. He walked him. An overhead javelin bat flip, and the bases are loaded for Duran.
think that's going to do it.
Wow. Dan Wilson going to the bullpen. They are going to bring on a left-handed pitcher to try to get Jarren Duran in this spot. That's a pretty good job by the Red Sox, given how good Hancock looked early in this game. They battled, they chased him in the sixth, and they've got an enormous opportunity here for Duran with the bases loaded. Pitching change brought to you by JetBlue, proud to be the official airline of Boston sports. JetBlue.com and get your tickets at 1-800-JET-BLUE. Drama in Seattle. Loaded up for Duran after this in the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ford is here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you value what we value. Now offering employee pricing. American value for American values. Go to Ford.com or your local Ford dealer for more information.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connect-to-Care plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make bumpy costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything. From an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connect-to-Care plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you'll have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
What a huge spot right here for Jarren Duran. Jose Ferrer, the left-hander, is on to see him with the bases loaded. Yoshida at third, Abreu at second, and Contreras at first. Jarren hitting .224 this year against lefties. The pitch is a ball down and away. You almost never see small ball played with the bases loaded.
No, because it's too easy with the force out. But Ferrer, big ground ball guy. 70% sinker, 75% sinker to lefties.
Double play depth on the middle anyway. The 1-0. Duran hits one on the ground to first, and Naylor's going to come home with it. Relay back to first is not in time. Jarren beat it out down the line. I'm sure the Mariners want to look at this. Adrian Johnson thought about it. I thought Jarren real time did beat that down the line.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that's why Ferrer is in this game, to get the ball on the ground against the lefty.
So that is a huge second out. The Mariners are taking too long. They won't look, but they should not have been allowed to had they elected to do so. Now that is such a big pitch. And out. And here now Caleb Durbin. Caleb singled his last time. Pitch is a check swing. He went around. And it's quickly 0-1.
Yeah, this guy's got a good arm. That sinker is filthy.
Red Sox at every base. 0-1. Pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball. And it's 0-2.
That was 98 with some late action.
Oh, and 2 to Caleb Durbin. Pitch is a foul straight back. It took a mighty rip. He was tuned up for a fastball, 98. And it stays 0-2.
Yeah, he was big time, on time for that one right there. It might have bought him a change up here in this 0-2 count.
Abreu running down the third base line. 0-2 is a foul. It did not buy him that. More velocity.
99.
It's interesting. Abreu's trying to get a huge lead off of third. J.P. Crawford at times races in to try to keep him close. That kind of opens up a bigger angle and hole on the left side for Durbin. 0-2. Here it is. And Caleb takes a ball down. And this guy came over in the offseason from the Washington Nationals. Mariners debuted this year on opening day, and he's been a good find. 1-2 to Durbin. Sox lead at all three bases. Pitch is high and outside. A slider that didn't bend much at all, and it's 2-2.
His off-speed pitches, he doesn't throw much for strikes. They're show me, they're for chase below the zone. That was a bad slider there. Probably goes back to the gas.
2-2. Ferrer at the belt, delivers, and Caleb pops it up. Foul on the first base side, becoming a really good at-bat. They'll see at least 8 pitches. I love talking to Caleb about the work that was put in, the self-confidence required to keep on grinding. 2-2. Here it is. Caleb checks his swing on a ball in the dirt. It comes to the backstop. Abreu's going to come home and score on a wild pitch. Outstanding awareness by Abreu. And the fact that Caleb Durbin was able to hold up on that thing.
That was a 99-mile-an-hour sinker yanked way down and in. Durbin's back foot. Raleigh, I mean, at that velocity, it's so hard to try to block that. You just simply don't have enough time to get over there.
And now time is being called because Naylor at first base has got to retie his shoe.
I take that back. That was a changeup. I was looking at the previous pitch. I just saw the grip on the slow-mo. Spiked a changeup.
3-2 is popped behind first base, headed toward the stands. Naylor a long run over, and he can't get there. It's into the seats. Well, what an at-bat, because Durbin fighting off pitches, staying alive, and being in there for that wild pitch.
Yeah, it's evolution of Caleb Durbin. Shortening up, realizing this guy's throwing almost 100 with some nasty stuff. Just trying to keep himself alive, give himself a chance.
Now runners at second and third in Contreras and Duran. 3-2 is grounded on the left side. A diving stop over there by Emerson. He's got no play. That's one of the at-bats of the year.
Phenomenal.
By Caleb Durbin. Contreras scores, and it is 4-1 Red Sox.
What a great, just a professional at-bat from Caleb Durbin. This guy's nasty, and he fought off some really tough pitches, got him something in the zone right there, hit it hard. Emerson made a heck of a play to keep that in. It saved an extra run from scoring.
It did. And the Red Sox battling against this flame-throwing lefty. Yeah, that was spectacular by Emerson.
Some Red Sox fans in the house.
More than a few.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, here's Marcelo Meyer. Pitch is low with a fastball, 1-0. Boston has come to the Pacific Northwest. Probably some fans both for this game and the one yesterday in the World Cup. We always find Red Sox Nation out here. 1-0. Marcelo, soft chopper over the mound. This is going to be a tough play. Coming on to not have a throw is Young. Another run scores. Duran steps on the plate. Small ball. Contact wins. And the Red Sox lead it 5-1.
This is something they could not do over the last week and a half. Runners in scoring position, good arms on the mound, too much swing and miss, and just wasting opportunities. Not here. They're putting the ball in play, and good things are happening.
Yeah, they were 1 for 24 at home with runners in scoring position. They've done a much better job here. And now, Carlos Narvaez's pitch is strike on the outside corner. They're going to ride Connolly early for the bottom of the sixth inning. He's got a 4-run cushion now, and this lead will alter the bullpen plan a little bit. But I still think you see Whitlock and Chapman unless they really pile it on again. Chance to win a series. Those guys have not pitched a lot. Running at second is Durbin as a fastball is swung on and missed by Carlos Narvaez. Caleb Durbin's doing a little bit of everything.
I mean, really, this is the blueprint of what this team should be. Walks, pressure, put the ball in play, good at bats, an occasional homer from one of your guys. Abreu did that earlier in the fourth. But this is who this team's got to be.
6th steal of the year for Durbin. And he's at third. 0-2 to Carlos. Pitch is inside, almost another one to the backstop. That was that changeup that the Red Sox scored the third run on. Good block by Cal Rowley.
Like when you're facing a guy like this, I know he's got really good stuff, but he throws certain pitches, spikes, changeup, and you can almost guarantee a fastball.
1-2. Marcelo runs at first, and Narvaez has a pitch right there that he spoils back with a swing. Foul to the screen. It remains 1-2. Love the aggression all over the place. Ferrera's trying to get the attention of the home plate umpire, Paul Clemens. He wants to do baseball. Pretty well timed up swing right there from Narvaez. 1-2. And they got the double steal going. They throw to first. Coming home is Durbin. He is tagged out head over heels.
I like it. I like it. Take your chance right there.
Yeah, it was almost an epic spin move, somersaulting slide, but I do think Rowley got him before the hand touched the plate. But Caleb Durbin, an unbelievably good at-bat, gets the Red Sox one of their 3 runs in the inning. Bottom 6 next, 5-1. Sox lead on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees, we provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Connolly early got a nice long breather. By the way, we're well past 110 pitches. The game brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. Visit any of their 33 locations all throughout New England. 5-1 Red Sox. Early throws to Rowley. Check swing foul over the first base dugout. I'm with you. That was cool aggression on the base paths.
I like it. Foot on the gas. Naylor just made a phenomenal play. He got rid of it quick, made a good throw.
He is a really gifted first baseman.
Sure is.
Well, and 1 to Rowley. Just came off the injured list about a week ago. 0-1. Foul back. Connolly will pitch to the score here. I mean, he cannot fall behind hitters and walk them. And even if it is the heart of this order.
Yeah, and Cal's got, what, he had 3 walks yesterday? 1 today?
League leaders brought to you by AZEC Exteriors, leaders in exterior trim moldings. Connolly does not want the pitch that Narvaez has twice tried to call. Now the 3rd time's a charm. Takes a deep breath. 0-2. Here it is. And it's a chopper towards short. Marcelo comes in. He wanted the sweeper. He threw a good one, and there's one away.
Well, he's been feeling that pitch over the last 2.5 innings or so, where he's been actually getting it glove side down and into these right-handed bats. That was a good one.
Connolly early has not allowed a base runner since a one-out walk of Cal Rowley in the third. He has just been rolling along. One out, here's Julio. And he takes one. Called a ball, and the Red Sox won a challenge.
It's got to be a strike.
It absolutely is. The verdict coming home. And yes.
Call is overturned. Boston has 2 remaining.
How about the challenging Red Sox all of a sudden? They were not always as willing on those clear misses. Carlos Narvaez getting better. 0-1. They set up into Julio. Pitch is a miss, but a strike anyway. They went out on the other side of the plate. And it's 0-2. There's no doubt in my mind that Narvaez is getting better at the challenges because he's been in there more.
Sure.
0-2. One down, bottom 6. Sox lead 5-1. Pitch is high. Still no one throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. 82 pitches thrown for Connell. He was not happy with himself right there.
No, he wanted chase. That was just uncompetitive. It was way too high. See if he tries to go down and in. Play the breaking ball off of that. I don't know if he trusts his changeup much. We'll see.
Here's the 1-2. And he did that. It was the changeup, but it was not landed at all, and it's 2-2.
The changeup has been getting pummeled here in June in his 3 starts. 545 batting average against.
And yet, he has done such a good job of staying in this game and finding something. 2-2. There it is. And a fastball almost hits him, and Rodriguez says, yes, that got him on the left elbow. That'll frustrate Connolly. The Red Sox check into their video room.
Thought it got his elbow pad. Just nicked it.
Maybe, yeah. All right, so a little time to bear down for early. Connolly has been in the 90s consistently in terms of pitches thrown. He's at 84 right now. I think someone's going to start throwing quite soon for the Red Sox. Rodriguez leading at first. The pitch low. I just think it's still a 4-run lead, but he's nearing the end no matter what. And if things get out of hand in this inning, you'd certainly like to have maybe someone like Tyron Guerrero throwing. 1-0. Here's the pitch, and it is taken all the way. Naylor was like walking back out of the area there.
Auto take.
And what do you know? Big number 41 just took his sweater off in the Red Sox bullpen. Guerrero. 1-1. From early to Naylor. Pitch. Up and in, almost hit him. They throw behind Rodriguez, very close.
Ooh.
Naylor thinks he did get hit.
I thought it clipped him. I would have to see it. I mean, it almost hit him in his face because he turned his body open to it for some reason. Nope, it missed him.
Just above the bat.
Wow,
that's a word with Paul Clemens.
That's a scary feeling. You commit to the pitch thinking it's going to be a breaking ball, but it's a heater right under the chin. Almost got his back shoulder.
Now, did they call that a swing? Yes, they did. The count, I believe, is 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it is a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. So they did call that a non-swing, and now it's 2-2. On the StatCast, they had that third pitch as a swing. And Connolly early thinks that is 3 strikes. I think it is. I think they rung him up.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, you can understand Naylor not realizing because he saw his life flash before his eyes.
Well, looking at the replay, it did, like, he was trying to get out of the way, but the bat had started and did not stop in time.
Now Dan Wilson is going to come argue his case. You can read Paul Clemens' lips saying, yeah, I do think that was a swing. Steve Jashinsky is the third base umpire who ruled it a swing.
Well, it's about the one that almost hit him. That's the one they're worried that they're arguing about.
And you can't challenge that. You can't debate it.
And they got it right. It's an awkward sequence.
So, Connolly with his 7th strikeout. 2 down. Here's Rob Refsnyder. 5-1 Red Sox pitch is low. How many times did we say it in his 4 years with the Red Sox? Like in this kind of a spot, seeing a lefty like Connolly early for the 3rd time? I mean, you could almost always predict damage.
Yeah, earplugs.
2 ground balls to short tonight. 1-0. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. This is hard to say. I'm not standing on a mound in front of 45,000 people. Connolly early should not look at Julio Rodriguez. Who cares what he does? And he's trying to dance around and get in the young pitcher's mind, but it's an irrelevant run right now. 1-1. And Connolly steps off. He's thrown 90 pitches. You got the lefty Cole Young out on deck. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch is a grounder foul. The Mariners only have Victor Robles and Weston Wilson available on their bench, and I think if they went that route, immediately Chad Tracy would counter with Guerrero.
They're not taking Young out of this game. I'd be surprised.
Yeah, it's not like it's an all-star laden bench. 1-2, and Connolly will lob it over, picked out of the dirt by Contreras. Again, I think just as earlier in the game when he was laboring so much, sometimes those little lob throws, I think he just wants to take a little beat. Well, if he can get Refsnyder, this will be a great turnaround start for Connolly.
Yes. In-game adjustments.
1-2, 5-1 Sox. Early is ready. He throws, Julio runs, and a fastball high throw to second is not in time. He has the steal at second. By the way, it's really important to remember back what happened in the first inning as Connolly was struggling so mightily. They had a run in, and Rodriguez tested the Sox, tried to steal third base, and was called out. That was a huge turning point in this game.
Yeah, really. Connolly, he was in a tough spot, not throwing strikes.
Julio's 10th steal of the year. 2-2 to Refsnyder. Pitch is way up and in, and he lost him. He hit him. I think he's got to come out of the game now.
See if Guerrero's thrown enough pitches down there.
Feels like he's been up for a while, but Andrew Bailey is the man coming out of the dugout.
Yeah. I'll give him the lefty here.
Yeah. This will be his last hitter. You know, it's interesting, Will. Obviously, absolutely no intent on any of these from Connolly.
No.
But it will irk a lineup when pitches just keep coming up and in like they have.
I mean, he's hit 3 batters, but I mean, it's been very clear there's been some command issues, especially early in this one, and then now as he's starting to labor a little bit, the fatigue starting to set in at 94 pitches. But Rob Refsnyder, as dangerous as he's been in his career against lefties, just not doing it this year. That's a guy you need to keep the ball in the zone against right now. Let him get himself out.
All right, a moment for the kid, Cole Young, who in this game has been hit by a pitch and struck out swinging. 4-run Red Sox lead, but 2 on, 2 out. Connolly says yes to Narvaez. He throws, and that's a perfect fastball outside corner. 0-1.
Velo taking a little dip also. We saw 95, 96 from earlier in this game. That was 92.
I do that all the time.
I had to pause. I'm like, that feels weird.
When the game was younger, 0-1. Here is a breaking pitch that misses outside. I think it's been encouraging, not only the way that he's adjusted and bounced back, but that velocity was up from previous starts.
Yeah, it was for sure. And just mechanics or whatever it was, making that change and his breaking ball getting so much better in his outing.
Cole Young has 6 homers this year. 1-1. Pitch is swung on and missed. Great curveball. And it is 1-2.
Cole Young has chased some sweepers today. 3 of them out of the zone he's chased.
Lefty's hitting only .216 against Connolly. He should see spin again, right? 1-2. Pitch is high into center field. Nate Eaton drifts over to his right. He's there to make the play. Inning over. That is an outstanding job by Connolly early. Pitches out of a jam early and late in this game, and he keeps the Red Sox ahead 5-1 through 6 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you switch to Geico, you've got claims reps available around the clock. So whenever you need, you'll have people around to help. It kind of feels like having the TV on in the background when you're home alone. Isn't that soothing?
It feels good to have support. It feels good to Geico.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
Ready for a little fun? Try Chumba Casino. Play hundreds of games, plus get a free welcome offer to start. Chumba Casino. Play for the fun, stay for the surprises. Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T&Cs. 21+.
Booking.com is the easiest way from an endless checkout line to a late check-in. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Got big plans tonight? The pregame plans are set. Drinks in the fridge, fresh new cart, and the group chat is lighting up. But wait, how are you getting home? Before last call comes around, lock in your post-game plan. Schedule a rideshare or designated sober driver in your group before the fun starts. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night.
Your ride is here.
Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
Rich, Ken, and Ted, weekday afternoons 2 to 6. Now, back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Hurry in and bring home a winning deal at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Now's the time to get behind the wheel of a Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Mariners go to their bullpen again. This time for a right-hander, Nick Davila, who's been awesome. 11 appearances. He's yet to allow a run. And here comes Carlos Narvaez, who was at the plate when Durbin tried to come home and steal. On to the top of the 7th we go. Beautiful, beautiful night in Seattle. Now also on the scoreboard as it is in the sky and in downtown. The pitch to Carlos. High for ball 1.
Yeah, Davila lives and dies with this slider. Throws it just about more than anything. Got a 2-seamer, a 4-seamer also.
1-0 pitch. Carlos brushed back with a fastball. You'd love to see him get paid off a little bit with some of the good swings he's had of late.
Yeah, even that last at bat where Durbin got caught trying to steal home, he was putting some good swings on the lefty.
2-0 pitch is inside again, a ball. Rivalry report is sponsored by River Spring. The Yankees got blasted today. Told you their defense really betrayed them in a loss to the Cincinnati Reds. That'll be a couple straight losses. 3-0 to Narvaez inside ball 4. He'll take that. So a leadoff walk, and here comes Nate Eaton. You know, it's interesting. You do lead by 4, which in these moments you tend to just kind of ride the wave, play with house money. But Nate is a fabulous bunter.
Very good. J.P. Crawford knows that as well. He's coming in.
Pitch to Nate is a strike. And he is a deterrent with that huge arm. J.P. Crawford has proven tonight how much he can change a game.
Definitely. Well, if he's not going to lay one down, I would sit slider. He threw 4 straight balls with the fastball. That first pitch there was a slider for a strike.
Here he takes a fastball way outside, maybe even more so now.
Definitely. Settle out to it.
You can look foolish if you do that, right?
You can. I mean, I'm not saying don't try to recognize it, but I definitely put that at the front of the list of what you're looking for.
1-1. Pitch is exactly it. But isn't that the one where if you're looking for that and you do get a heater, you can have that flat-footed swing when the pitch is already in the glove?
Oh, definitely. If you recognize heater out of the hand, you just take it.
Yeah. 1-2. Pitch is a chopper, foul on the first base side. It was a sinker again. What did the seams look like? I mean, we always hear hitters talk about picking up that little circle as it comes home.
A lot of sliders, you'll either see a dot or a little circle. Fastballs, obviously, you pick up that rotation. 4-seam, 2-seam look a little different.
1-2. Is a check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. The wave is going.
It's going backwards, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Northwest. Come on. 2-2. Of course, we had all the Aussies here for the game yesterday. 2-2. Pitch is low. Did you know that toilets in Australia flush in the opposite direction?
Why is that?
Because of the polarity of the Earth. So they're in the other hemisphere and it just goes the other direction. Isn't that crazy?
I'm glad I know that.
3-2. And Davila steps off.
Have you ever had Vegemite?
I have.
It's awful.
3-2. The pitch is chopped foul on the third base side.
You ask most Australians about it, and they're like, yeah, it's great. Like, dude, this is not like Nutella. It is like salty and bitter. Oh.
I love Nutella.
Yeah, of course.
Here's a swing and a foul off the bat of Nate Eaton.
He's throwing in a bat on Davila right here.
They've had a lot of them. I mean, Durbin, Siegler, Narvaez, Abreu. They've had a lot of quality ABs tonight. 3-2. And this guy can't decide what he wants to do. He just keeps stepping off. Isn't that an invitation for Narvaez to think about it?
It was almost a balk, too. He almost took his hand out of his glove before he stepped off.
Not running. The pitch is upstairs, ball 4. That is awesome from Eaton. So back-to-back walks. And now this kid, Siegler, who's on his 27th birthday, he had the Red Sox first hit. I have no idea if he has an ability to bunt, much less whether he knows the signs right now.
At the type of player he is, the body type, utility infielder, it just screams good bunter.
I would agree with you. But what about after 2 walks? Are you trying to give him an out in this spot?
Not give him an out, but if you can have second and third 1 out with Massa coming up, and then Abreu and Contreras, kind of like that. I feel like this is a good matchup for Willier and Massa also, with the sliders he likes to throw.
By the way, Riverwalk, spacious senior apartments on River Spring Living's 32-acre New York City campus overlooking the Hudson River. Siegler gave Chad Epperson a long look. Eppy kind of turned away from him, fussed with his belt buckle. 1-3. 1-4-3 for Siegler. He has no intention of bunting. He takes a swing and a foul out of play on the third base side. Strike 1. He's looked good at the plate.
He has. You know, when he's here for a short stint, he had some really good at-bats against Schlittler in New York. Really our only good at-bats against him.
0-1. Pitch is in there, a fastball. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Hurry in and bring home a winning deal at the Nissan Summer Sales event. Now the time to get behind the wheel of the Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier. 0-2, and now Siegler will call time. He seems like a very pleasant young man, Siegler. Came over from the Brewers. No better way to celebrate your birthday than a couple hits. Knock here might well bring Narvaez home from second. The pitch is down and in. And it's 1-2. These fans have got some wave endurance. It continues to go. 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it is ripped on the right field line, hooking foul, almost. You know, it's so funny. Alex Cora hated the wave at Fenway Park.
It's distracting my hitters. Biggest moments, because it's always in like the 7th or 8th inning, late in the game.
He was always an advocate, though, for more fun in ballparks, louder music, that kind of deal. Siegler waiting for another 1-2. Here it is, and it is swung on and missed. He got him. That was that slider, maybe just above the zone. So Siegler just misses. And with one down, here's Massa.
Massa's due for some loud noises.
Well, he's the guy you had a feeling about coming into the game.
Still do.
You've been on your predilections tonight. 2 on, 1 out for Massa, the pitch. Downstairs. Sinker. One ball, no strikes. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch. She is swung on and missed. And it's 1-1. Massa stares out to the mound. And half-hearted pickoff play was on. The catcher, Raleigh, in that instance, called time, which counts as the first disengagement. Tyron Guerrero now joined by Ryan Watson. The Red Sox tack on a couple here. 1-1 is a ground ball softly hit on the left side. Emerson to second for one, relay to first, not in time. Not hit hard enough to turn.
They might look at the slide from Eaton. He kind of popped over the bag. I think he stayed in contact with it, though, so they're not going to look at it to see if it was interference.
And now a chance for an exclamation point from Wilyer Abreu. Narvaez at third, Massa at first. Pitch is swung on and missed. That is his A-plus swing, which sometimes, by the way, even though it's aesthetically gorgeous, can be a little long for him. 0-1. Pitch is swung on and missed. Another kind of flat-footed big rip, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, that was a swing of kind of what you alluded to earlier. If you're looking for that slider and you can't lay off, you get that underwater swing just like that. Super late.
But I like that he's thinking along with you and has been paying attention in the dugout, guessing on that pitch. First and third, 5-1 Sox. The 0-2 is high into left center field, carrying pretty well, but Julio Rodriguez, with room in front of the warning track back to his right, is there to make the play. Inning over. Well, the Red Sox got 2 on, none out, did not score. I think that means it'll be Tyron Guerrero when we come back. 5-1. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. You've been hurt in a car work accident, you got to get Glassman. All 7s after 6-1-7. You better call Tyrone. Want a stereo? For who?
When I got a new car, I thought my insurance premium would increase and empty my bank account. Like if Between won the lottery.
I've invested most of my winnings in chicken tenders because they're bomb. But bro, I bought a house and it's sick, bro. I'm thinking the floor is gonna be all trampoline, bro, with a helipad on the roof. The contractor said it's structurally unsound, but they're just being babies.
But switching to Geico saved me hundreds, so my bank account is safe.
It feels good to save some hard-earned cash. It feels good to Geico.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
How does America stay so beautiful at 250 years old? By getting its beauty rest. This year, enjoy huge savings at the Beauty Rest July 4th sales event. Save up to $1,000 on Beauty Rest black mattresses and adjustable base sets, featuring pocketed coil technology for our most advanced motion separation. Limited time offer. Visit a Beauty Rest retailer today. People at their best get their beauty rest.
The NBA season may be coming to an end, but the games are just beginning online. NBA The Run is a new, fast-paced 3v3 street ball game played above the rim and filled with posterizing jams, ankle-breaking tricks, and style. Bring your favorite NBA stars like SGA, Giannis, Steph, LaMelo, Luka, Jalen Brunson, and more to iconic street ball courts around the world in online knockout tournaments. Stack enough wins and you'll become the GOAT of the Run. NBA The Run is out now for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC for $29.99.
Play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tyrod Guerrero is on, and Luke Raley comes on to pitch hit. Became a little bit of a hero in their postseason run a season ago. He's got 14 home runs. 0-1 from Tyrod Guerrero. Spoiled back. This guy, Guerrero, has found something magical this season. He's ahead of Raley 0-2.
Yeah, Raley missed the last 4 games. He was day-to-day. He had some lower back tightness, and he missed the last 2 games with the flu.
0-2.
Welcome back. Here's 100.
In May, he hit .328 with 8 home runs.
That'll play.
This guy's one of the stories of the season, Tyrod Guerrero, and one that's been mired in disappointment. He's been a bright spot. 1-2, pop foul. This guy who's been very open about some of his own struggles in life and coming back stronger and better. And really, I mean, his bottom line numbers do not tell the story. He's just been burned in 2 single outings. Otherwise, fabulous. 1-2. Chopper on the first base side foul.
Now through Father's Day, treat Dad to surf and turf specials from Shaw's and Star Market. Save on beef, T-bone, porterhouse, or New York strip steak. Plus, swordfish or lobsters when you use the digital coupon.
In case you want to know why the Red Sox were drawn to this guy, 99th percentile fastball, 94th percentile extension down the mound.
See.
1-2. Pitch is just down and in. It's that time of night where the sun just stays up so late here out west.
It's 9:16 and the sun's not gone yet.
It's great. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And it's swung on and missed. He got him.
102. Cheddar Bob.
So Raley is gone. That was a fabulous outing from Connolly early. Now Guerrero has the first out in this 7th inning. Here's Dom Canzone on for the first time, batting for Connor Joe. Swing and a miss. It is 0-1. Checking the game score brought to you by Veg ER for Pets, official emergency vet group of the Red Sox Radio Network. Josh Bracken back at the flagship WEEI. 0-1 pitch is called a ball to Canzone, and it's 1-1. Red Sox looking like they might have a chance at a series sweep tomorrow with Peyton Tolley on the mound here in Seattle. 1-1 pitch. Ripped on the right side. Monasterio, who, by the way, just came on, makes a great diving play. They subbed him in for Siegler, and it pays immediate dividends.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, this ball was hammered. 110 off the bat. Little top spin line drive. Monasterio, 2 steps and a kind of a dive. Goes down to a knee as that got on him quickly. Nice play.
It's insane to me how often you come off the bench and the ball is immediately hit to you. Here is Colt Emerson, who takes a fastball outside for ball 1. You know, I think Tyrod Guerrero and Andrew Monasterio have a lot of things in common. I mean, they're at different stages in their careers, but both of them, whenever you're around, they seem to be smiling more often than not. A 1-0 pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
I mean, Guerrero is just chilling at 101.
Yeah. You don't see it. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it is the strike throwing that's changed everything for him. Here's a swing and a miss. Sure, 101. And it's 1-2.
It's not straight either. It's a two-seamer at 101 with a little tail to it.
Ball and 2 strikes. Pitch. Swing and a miss that is absolute fuego. And a little Chapman stare. I love it. He blows the Mariners away. We go to the 8th inning, 5-1 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You know that thing where you get an amazing pair of shoes at a really great price and want to tell everyone about it? Yeah, so do we. Here at Designer Shoe Warehouse, we'll give you something to brag about, like the latest styles from brands you love, or the trends everyone's obsessing over, or shoes that make you feel like, well, you. So go ahead, show off a little. Find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today. DSW. Let us surprise you.
We all belong outside. We're drawn to nature, whether it's the recorded sounds of the ocean we doze off to, or the succulents that adorn our homes. Nature makes all of our lives, well, better. Despite all this, we often go about our busy lives removed from it. But the outdoors is closer than we realize. With All Trails, you can discover trails nearby and explore confidently. With offline maps and on-trail navigation, download the free app today and make the most of your summer with All Trails.
Hi. Sorry, did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Hurry in and bring home a winning deal at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Now's the time to get behind the wheel of a Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Wilson Contreras. He's going to lead it off as we go to the 8th. As you were just talking about, I mean, the ferries are going back and forth across the sound. The sky is turning pink and orange. All around a beautiful couple days. One of the crown jewels in these United States. All right. Mariners go back to their bullpen. Michael Rucker, right-hander, gets a swing and a miss by Contreras. Strike 1. I think Chad Tracy's going to find himself in kind of an interesting spot tomorrow. The 0-1 misses outside because in a better season, you would give guys like Contreras and Abreu off tomorrow 100%.
But they're in a spot where they have to win games.
Yes.
I could see Gasper playing first tomorrow, though.
1-1 is a fastball high. It's just a delicate balance. And the truth is, with all the injuries, you know, they've had already too many times in this season those kind of Sunday lineups, and it hasn't been Sunday. 2-1 pitch is a check swing foul. His timing is off tonight, and it's 2-2. And maybe that's another reason to consider it. He has been such a warrior for the Red Sox.
He's also a guy, if Trey says, hey, I'm going to give you a day, he's going to say, no, you're not.
Right. I mean, Logan Gilbert, no easy matchup. 2-2. Pitch. Hits him. So it's not uncommon. That's a familiar feeling for Contreras. High, tight fastball. So he's aboard for Jarren Duran. For Wilson, that is the 14th time he's been hit by a pitch.
Ouch.
Well, looked like it kind of got him on the tricep. Hope there was some padding. He's thinking about running. Duran swings and misses. And a fastball way above the zone. And it's 0-1. That's got to be the league lead, doesn't it? 14 times hit by a pitch. Here's a high fly down the third base line over the Red Sox dugout. And it is into the seats, 0-2. No, it's not. That's amazing. Antonacci for the Chicago White Sox has been hit 16 times. I can't say I'm that familiar with his work.
See, Ivan Herrera with 20.
0-2 is swung on and missed, and Duran is gone. Yeah, Antonacci leads in the American League.
You can never trust AI. Like, AI overview, Ivan Herrera leads MLB with 20 hit-by pitches, and then, yeah. Just making stuff up.
All right, 1 on, 1 out. And here is Caleb Durbin. Pitch to him is a swing and a miss. He couldn't hold up. He's asking the home plate umpire, Paul Clemens, hey, was that a strike? And I think the answer, definitely not, but he just couldn't hold up. But again, you will see these kinds of swings. The 0-1 is a little outside because the Red Sox don't get this nearly often enough where they have a lead that's pretty comfortable and you're not facing the A-plus relievers on the other side. 1-1 to Durbin. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Curveball in the left-handed batter's box, 1-2.
So Ivan Herrera in St. Louis does have 20 hit by pitches.
Wow.
That's a lot. I mean, think about how much 14 feels like.
Caleb having another great night, 2 for 3. Behind here, 1-2. The pitch is a chopper on the third base side. Crawford's got it to second for 1. Relay to first, not nearly in time. And there are 2 down. The other thing that happens here over and over again, which is so cool, and it's not annoying in the way that it happens like in Queens over Citi Field. There's so many airplanes flying over. We're like right in the flight pattern of SeaTac Airport. So it's just a constant panorama. Here now Marcelo Meyer, and I think Durbin is likely to go here. Rucker thinking along with us, and he throws over as Caleb dives back in. Did you ever play the video game Sim City? You were probably a little young for that.
I did not.
I loved it. You'd build all these cities, and a big part of what you were doing was building airports and stadiums and things like that. Durbin does run. The pitch is low. Raleigh throws, and it's not in time. Foot first slide. And Caleb Durbin has yet another stolen base. He has been a total igniter for the Red Sox tonight.
He's been, over the last 3 weeks, has been really good.
2 steals tonight.
2 more hits also. Big RBI there in the 6th.
0-1 to Marcelo, and they got the inside move on. Yeah, that was a huge, huge plate appearance. And he really almost shot through into the outfield. It was kind of robbed by Emerson, who had no chance to come up and make a throw. I think he saw 10 pitches in that at bat. The 0-1 to Meyer is fouled back. And so Marcelo in an 0-2 hole. Peyton Tolley will be excited to be in this cauldron tomorrow. It's a 4:10 East Coast start. That's a really cool matchup, Tolley and Gilbert. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Meyer's gone, and so are the Red Sox. In the 8th. 5-1, though, they lead. I think it's going to be Garrett Whitlock when we return on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network. Duran can be so streaky. Hey, Lloyd.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
The NBA season may be coming to an end, but the games are just beginning online. NBA The Run is a new, fast-paced 3v3 street ball game played above the rim and filled with posterizing jams, ankle-breaking tricks, and style. Bring your favorite NBA stars like SGA, Giannis, Steph, LaMelo, Luka, Jalen Brunson, and more to iconic street ball courts around the world in online knockout tournaments. Stack enough wins and you'll become the GOAT of the Run. NBA The Run is out now for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC for $29.99.
There's nothing like the American Express Platinum Card. Find out your welcome offer after you apply, which could be as high as 175,000 points. Learn more and find out your offer at americanexpress.com/explore-platinum. Terms apply.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Garrett Whitlock is on for the Red Sox. We've hardly known him on the mound of late. Red Sox have not been in many games like this where he's had opportunities to pitch.
He last threw a week ago tonight.
Here he is, and a first pitch to J.P. Crawford, misses just inside, ball one.
At Fenway against the Rangers, last time he was on the mound.
1-0. Pitch is a strike on the inside corner. This lends you to believe that Chapman is going to come on later, try to lock up the series. And I think because they've been used so infrequently, both probably would be available tomorrow too. The 1-1 pitch is a little low. And even if not, you still have, as you said, Slayton, Guerrero. You got some other late inning options.
No, Coulomb isn't exactly a high leverage guy, but he's looked better in his last couple outings.
He has. 5-1 Red Sox. They've looked better the last couple nights. Pitch is a broken bat bloop behind second base. Marcelo says, I got it. And there's one down. By the way, the Red Sox walked twice in the 8th inning. Those were both brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. Even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com. One down, Whitlock comes home to Cal Raleigh, and he misses inside with a fastball. 22 appearances, a 2.91 ERA for Garrett. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Remember, he had the knee inflammation. He slipped in the bullpen. I think we were in Baltimore when that happened. And so he went on to the injured list, reinstated almost 2 weeks ago now. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. That's another reason we've not seen him on the mound much.
I don't know why I was thinking it was that game we had to get in at Fenway.
Yes.
All the rain.
Yeah. So was that the Orioles?
It was during, it might have been. It was at home. It was the one, Izzy hit the ball off the wall. Connor got thrown out at home. He did it during his warm-up pitches there because it was so wet and sloppy.
1-2 is swung on and fouled off the end of the bat.
There's a moose on the dugout.
I love the moose.
It's funny, he's giving out knuckles. Fist pounding all the kids in the front row.
1-2. You know, the good thing is it's midnight at home. Pitch is swung on and missed. Knuckles for Whitlock, too, and there's two down. You know, you shoot 74 and you think you're Johnny Carson. I like it.
You laughed.
Red Sox lead the Mariners 5-1. Here's Julio Rodriguez. It's a beauty from Whitlock. It's the slider that he's worked so hard on the corner, and it's 0-1. Josh Naylor would be next. Red Sox about hit the Mariners 6-2. Here's a fisted foul straight back. It is remarkable how inept the Mariners offense has been here for the last week or so, and especially against left-handed starting pitchers.
It worked out against this team.
It doesn't add up. I mean, they got so many good players in the lineup. 0-2. Pitch is low. We say this all the time, and it happens in both directions. Sometimes you get teams where they're hot. Certainly the Red Sox have had that a lot with Tampa and Cincinnati's offense. Or early was hot. Yordan Alvarez was off to his great start. They are getting the Mariners offensively at a great time. 1-2. Fouled off.
I think the Red Sox offense has done a really good job over the last 2 nights of really good arm on the mound, grinding it out, getting into later innings. Obviously yesterday Miller was taken out for Luis Castillo, who eventually gave it up, but even tonight.
Here a pitch is called a ball. Whitlock kind of wanted that. He was taking a couple steps to the third base dugout.
Just off.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is high in the air into right field. Wilyer Abreu drifts to his right. He's there to make the play. Red Sox have held Julio mostly in check these 2 days. We go to the 9th inning, 5-1 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ice Cube's Big 3 is back. The most competitive basketball league on earth is on CBS this Saturday. Big 3 All-Star Dwight Howard and the LA Riot take on Greg Monroe and the Dallas Power. Then Coach Rick Mahorn, Sensation Nazir Kaur, and the Detroit Amps look to protect home court against back-to-back MVP Michael Beasley and the defending champs Miami 305. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and catch replays on BET. Oh, yay, yay!
The question isn't whether the world is changing. It's whether you'll be ready for it. At Arizona State University, your education is built around the careers of the future. You learn from renowned faculty and researchers who are driving their fields forward, not just teaching about it. It's why we're ranked #1 in innovation and #2 in employability among U.S. public universities. Future-proof your career. Explore more than 350 programs at asuonline.asu.edu. That's a degree better.
Sylvia's Synergy Effect, brought to you by Synergy Home Care.
Getting back in the kitchen got Mom back into life. After her stroke, she felt uncomfortable doing what she used to do. But with her Synergy caregiver, Emma, things changed. She got help at home and regained the confidence to get back to her old recipes. Now the hardest thing is getting Mom to stop making her biscuits. So good.
We believe getting back to what you love can keep you moving forward. Find your Synergy Effect with Synergy Home Care.
An Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Mariners go to their 5th pitcher of the evening. It's Alex Hoppe, another right-hander. Subaru of New England scoreboard is coming at you in this top of the 9th inning. Most of it pretty good news for the Red Sox. It is so far in a hole, it's hard to really get worked up too much about what's going on at the scoreboard, but it sure beats the alternative.
Brick by brick. You can only win 1 game a day.
Yeah. Subaru summer finally here. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Here's Hoppe with a 5.57 ERA.
It's amazing how many of the Mariners bullpen arms throw upper 90s, but throw more breaking balls than they do fastballs.
Here's a swing by Carlos Narvaez. It's fouled into the first base side. Well, we've known some Red Sox teams in the past, not too distant past, that have done that. 0-1 to Carlos. Swing and miss at a high fastball. One of the really cool things about coming here to this ballpark, we talked about all the exterior features and all the things in the sightlines. The Mariners in this area do a better job of just about anybody at celebrating their history. The 0-2 is fouled straight back. And it's not just broadcast history, because they got some of the great quotes from Dave Niehaus and Rick Riz of, Joey Cora coming home to score as they won the 99 series with the Yankees. But Felix Hernandez's perfect game. 0-2 to Narvaez. The pitch is swung on and missed. And there's one away. It's, a team that is starved for a championship and that has got such a great fan base, and they've had important teams and star power. It's remarkable how many dudes played here. I mean, between King Felix, Griffey, Edgar Martinez. Nate Eaton is the hitter, and he takes a fastball that misses for ball one. Attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. 45,663. 1-0 is swung on and missed. Yeah, I find, Will, that the Mariners, when the Red Sox especially are not in it, are very easy to pull for, given what great fans they have and what their history has been like here. 1-1 as Eaton grounds one foul on the third base side. And it's 1-2. Just a very likable organization. They put on a great show, and the Red Sox have spoiled the party for a couple days in a row. The 1-2 is a breaking ball in the dirt, taken by Eaton, and it's 2-2. Eaton waits, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Hoppy was a 2022 Red Sox draft pick.
6-rounder. Said good stuff. He's sitting 99 with his two-seamer, little slider to go with it.
So here now, Andrew Monasterio came on for defense, replacing Siegler on his birthday, who had himself a very nice night. Here is Mona. Takes a strike on the outside corner. (5-1) Red Sox in the top of the ninth inning. Yoshida is out on deck. He'd be next. The pitch is low. Dave Niehaus, who went into the Hall of Fame, the Ford Frick winner in 2008, just a totally beloved figure here. And he had some of the great catchphrases in baseball broadcast history. 1-1 is pop foul on the first base side. My oh my was his number one signature, which of course then became the great song from Macklemore, honoring his legacy and career here. But he also said, "Grandma, get out the mustard. It's Graham salami time." Monasterio swings and fouls it back to the screen. And it stays 1-2. They got this case out in the broadcast level with his scorecards, an old school microphone, and his like white leather loafers that were one of his signatures. 1-2. Pitch is ripped into right field, but a diving catch out there by Rob Refsnyder. I think they made a defensive change, did the Mariners. Either way, my oh my, the inning comes to an end. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 5-1 Sox of the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The NBA season may be coming to an end, but the games are just beginning online. NBA The Run is a new, fast-paced 3v3 street ball game played above the rim and filled with posterizing jams, ankle-breaking tricks, and style. Bring your favorite NBA stars like SGA, Giannis, Steph, LaMelo, Luka, Jalen Brunson, and more to iconic street ball courts around the world in online knockout tournaments. Stack enough wins and you'll become the GOAT of the run. NBA The Run is out now for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC for $29.99.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest-growing audio app, powered by Sportsbook Rhode Island. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you expect on all your apps and connect deeply with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, your bets can go even further with live and parlay profit boosts. Get in on the action today. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Since 1961, New Englanders have trusted one name to protect their homes and businesses: Warwick Tree Service. We blend 6 decades of experience with cutting-edge technology to handle even the most hazardous or hard-to-reach trees with surgical precision and minimal disruption. Our licensed arborists don't just remove trees. We provide the expert care and peace of mind that only comes from years in the field. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit warwicktree.com to schedule your free tree service assessment today. Warwick Tree Service. Safe, efficient, proven since 1961.
Create a space you can't wait to be in. It all starts at Frank Webb Home. With personal service and expert guidance at our local showrooms, we can help you find the bath, kitchen, and lighting solutions you need to enhance your space. With more selection and more expertise. Personal service to help you find your personal style. Visit frankwebb.com to schedule a free consultation in one of our 48 showrooms across the Northeast. Make yourself at home at Frank Webb Home.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
3 outs away from a series win in Seattle. Red Sox go to Danny Coulomb. I love this choice by Chad Tracy. You got through Raleigh and Rodriguez. It's not like Josh Naylor's any easy ticket here, but you got through the heart of the order. You got a 4-run lead, and they go to Coulomb. The pitch is a ground ball on the right side. Monasterio plays a room service, hopping on one pitch, one down in the ninth.
We like, if you can get through this with a win, you go 2 nights, 2 wins, and really just use 2 of your high leverage guys.
Not easy to do.
You're in a good spot because they're in a stretch of 16 games in 16 days right now, so this matters.
All that stuff is very much at the forefront for Chad Tracy. All right, here's Rob Refsnyder, who moved to left field, by the way. It was Canzone who made that play, robbing Monasterio, and Rob takes a sweeper in there for strike 1. You know, for a guy, Rob Refsnyder, who long contemplated retirement, a 1 is a skied shot into shallow center field. Eaton's coming on. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 down. For a guy who thought he'd hang it up, he and Pete Fatsi had a conversation in the batting cages in Fort Myers about keeping his heel down to keep him centered. He absolutely took off. You know, this is a young man who, in the last 3 years, has made some generational money for his next 20, 30 years. It's very cool from a delightful guy. Here's Cole Young, the Mariners' last hope. The pitch is a little bit outside. I mean, it's not Bryce Harper money, but by any relative standard, Rob Refsnyder has taken care of his family.
I mean, for a guy who grinded through the minor leagues, was a platoon player, got a couple chances and took advantage of it.
1-0 is popped up, should end the ball game. Marcelo back and out in left field. Meyer makes the play. The Red Sox have won a series in Seattle. They win tonight 5-1. Wilyer Abreu's big bomb, the key to the game. So too Connolly Early's bounce back.
Yeah, Connolly just making the in-game adjustments, quality at bats, putting the ball in play in big spots with runners on. And you're beating a good team here in Seattle and in their house. It's been some good baseball 2 nights in a row.
Grinding at bats, they really have worked for these 2 wins. So excellent stuff, and a chance at a sweep tomorrow with Peyton Tolley on the mound. Nissan post-game show is next in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viori athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viori. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to viori.com/arch and get 20